but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces.
Take a look at Alexa Bliss's.
Best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chest. What's happening next?
Boobies!
Venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is
Yo, this song sounds like Monday Night Raw, doesn't it? Doesn't this song sound like the new Monday Night Raw intro or something? You're right, this thing is bad. It's a free YouTube song, what are you gonna do? I know what you want to hear instead of this. You want to hear the Turkeys. You want to hear the Turkeys reimagined. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Monday Night Raw review, and you need to get on your knees now and start stroking for Joe Cronin. We are live on JCS. In the chat, hit the like button and stick the thumb up my anus so we can get more people in here and share this video everywhere. Get ready, Seth Rollins, huge injury to his pecker. What if the turkeys hate us? What if they violate us? If the turkeys hate us, hit that like button, let's go! They had to hate us. What if the turkeys hate us? Instead of look at his us. What if the turkeys hate us? Instead of mashed potatoes. Thanksgiving was a little bit like a crook. I'm coming for you, crook in the nook. I'm coming for you. I look like a crook.
And look at his look. How he looks.
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, you get shook.
Getting shook, yeah. Gerald Armstrong interrupting the intro.
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at his look.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gerald Armstrong, I don't know what happened to his dono. It just like disappeared. He like donated, it came up, and then it just disappeared. He wrote, didn't watch Raw, having fun playing WWE 2K19. I made ECW, Kurt Angle versus Venom right now. What kind of world are we living in where you're like, yo, Monday Night Raw was so bad that I'm going to play with my action figures? Like, let's just think about what Gerald Armstrong just did and what Gerald Armstrong just said. He was like, yo, I'm so bored of Raw right now that I'm going to log in and play with my virtual action figures in a video game instead of watching this actual show. Think about that. That's what Gerald Armstrong just said and did. That's wild. What the fuck is going on, bro? How about Alexa Bliss looking pretty good, though, huh? Look at her. God damn it. Every time I saw her tonight sitting down in that chair, I almost just started rubbing. Get to rubbing, bro. Start rubbing, because that was something delicious tonight from her. Yep. That's basically my reaction to Alexa Bliss. That's basically it right there. Just gobbling on myself tonight. I hate the character story. I mean, I think they're trying to sort of like tell this story that she's turning normal again, it looks like. And I don't know if that's the case. Like, hey, let's sell some Lily dolls as we end the whole Lily story and get out of this whole thing. But we'll sell some Lily dolls in the meantime. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Hey, like, get the merchandise out of it, and then we'll move her along and be done with it. I mean, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Or maybe she's just going to snap and go right back to crazy Alexa Bliss. But I don't know. Maybe that's not. Maybe they really are done with it, you know. I don't know. Does anybody really know anymore at anything? Like, I don't think. I doubt it. I doubt anybody knows crap. But Gorilla Strong, or was that Gorilla Strong? Fuck, Gorilla Strong, or was that Gerald Armstrong? Gerald Armstrong. I actually haven't seen Gorilla Strong in a while. I just thought about it. Maybe I have. Maybe I did see him the other day, and that's why I'm thinking of him. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen him in a while. But either way, shout out to him either way. But that was Gerald Armstrong. Let me play the Don't Know one more time real quick.
And look at his look. How he looks.
Let's see if it plays this time. What's up, Chad? How you guys doing? We're gonna hit the phones in a few minutes. Plus, Rastafa's stopping by.
And look at his look. How he looks.
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, you get shook. Shook. Look at his look, you getting shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at his look, you getting kind of shook. Look at his look, look at his look, how he looks.
Let's see if it reads it this time. I don't know what was going on. How's everybody doing? Are you ready?
Didn't watch Raw. Having fun playing way 2K19. I made ECW. Kurt Angle versus Venom right now.
Yeah, I remember when I was a virgin. But no, Gerald Armstrong, what up, man? That's fucking hilarious. It did play that time, baby. All right. Gerald Armstrong chiming in with the $6. Checking in with us. Thank you, sir. That will get us there. What up, Derek Hans? How you doing, bro? You pulled a rebarber? What? I don't know what that is. I don't do that anymore. What are you talking about? I don't do that anymore. How can I do that? I don't do that anymore. And rubbed it all over your pants, says Extreme Shaft. What up, Extreme Shaft? How do you know about that? Why don't you leave that poor guy alone? What are you doing? Raw's boring. Let's see. Meanwhile, I'm playing Miss Pac-Man, Maze Madness, N64. Axel Bonilla. What's going on? Well, let's start at the beginning, because that's where you would start, right, with Monday Night Raw. And we are going to start there. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I thought I was going to like the opening Raw segment. I thought I was going to really enjoy the opening Raw segment. And maybe it's because I was just settling in after doing a bunch of cleaning and a bunch of shit. So maybe I was, I don't know, like unfocused or grumpy or something. I don't know. But I just didn't really like this segment. I thought I was going to like it, though. But then I had other people telling me they really loved it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm off a little bit about this. And in a few minutes when I head over to Discord and I put Rastafa on and some of you, you know, I put Rastafa on and we focus on this thing. You know, maybe there's something I'm missing. But right now, I just didn't care for it that much. You know, I don't, Vince and Bruce Pritchard are stuck in this, the game show host thing and, we're on Jeopardy. Like, all right, barely anybody watches that stuff anymore, right? It's so out of touch at this point. Like the last generation of people to grow up giving a shit about game show type of stuff like this with that old theme music style playing in the background are people that are like 33 and up. Anybody under 33, I feel like, is like, that's not a thing at all anymore. Not even at all. And I just felt like this was so, like they did it again, him and Bruce Pritchard. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Star Trek. It reminds me of when Star Trek The Next Generation came out, which, for the people that don't know, is the second Star Trek series. The first one aired in the late 60s, and then when it became popular again, like 12 years after, they eventually were like, hey, they're too old for TV, we'll do movies. and then we'll launch a new crew. And so they did launch a new crew. But a lot of the stories in the first season of The Next Generation in 1987 were old recycled stories that had been written for the original series from people who were in the 1940s and 50s. So 1940s and 50s style sci-fi was being recycled from the 60s show to be used on the new show in 1987. And it was kind of like dated. And if you go back now and watch Star Trek The Next Generation, if you start with seasons 1 or 2 especially, you'll notice some episodes are like cheese or weird, and you're like, this is the great show, everybody, because the writing got amazing and they got in depth with storytelling in like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th season. And that's what this reminds me of. But it's Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon. Still the same guys who had all the ideas of the things they loved back in the 60s and 70s are still writing the stuff that they wrote from the 80s, from the 90s, in the 2000s, into the 2022s. So my point is, this shit is some old school, like, bullshit that, like, nobody can get with this. If you wanted to do something, you should have done some kind of a fucking TikTok competition or something. Or something like that with social media or TikTok. Or you should have had a storyline where one of the wrestlers was going to be canceled. You know what I mean? That's what they. Why aren't they doing stuff like that? Why isn't there a storyline where, you know, like somebody gets a letter, and it's got to be somebody who has a damn near clean slate, right? Somebody with a clear slate. Like, we can't do AJ Styles because CM Punk says he's a racist, but you get somebody like, I'm like, hey guys, honestly, what have you ever done anything? And they're like, really, there's nothing. No, not on me. I went to college and then I came here, and maybe Gable's a good person, you know, and we're like, they get a letter and it's a person in the company and they're going to cancel them. And they're going on Twitter and they're trying to get them canceled because one time they tweeted that people were, you know, I don't know, like, and it was like ridiculous. And like, why don't you do stuff that's topical, that's funny, like where you can turn it around or whatever, or you can get people talking about it. Now, I admit, like, a decathlon or whatever is a good idea. That they always still happen. They're in college. I don't know. It's just so cheesy. Like, this is so back in the day. Like, this would have kind of worked. I just don't get. I'm too far gone on this. I've seen this so many times already from WWE. I get it, obviously. But at the same time, I don't get it. I can't believe this is what you're doing. I can't believe this is what you're choosing to do. Be that as it may, I'm shocked, right? Obviously shocked. Looked at it. Oh, my God. Look at Lexa, though. Look at that. Can we... Oh, my fucking God, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Should we make a new thumbnail for the show tonight? Here's a new thumbnail. Ready? All right, is it? We gotta wait till Alexa comes up. Ready? Watch. Wait till Alexa gets here. That's what I'm gonna do when Alexa comes up. Come on, Alexa. Come on, honey. Oh, there you go. What are we doing? Oh no, I just deleted my camera. Oh no. Where have I gone? Bring me back. All right. No, I want to delete this thing. Get this thing out of here. Jesus. Sorry, Alexa, but Jesus. I mean, you're beautiful, right? That's the new thumbnail. Let me go fix it right now. We'll go to the new thumbnail. Joe Cronin's changing his thumbnail as we're live on the air right now. We're going to take that AJ Styles one off, and we're going to put a new one where I'm drooling over Alexa. Oh, my God. This looks so fucked up. Oh, my God. I love it. Oh, my God. What is going on in this fucking... Oh, my God, bro. What am I doing right now? Male chauvinist, sick YouTuber drools over Alexa Bliss naked body. No Gage, you shouldn't go to Raw next week. By the way, I retweeted this out. Can someone explain, please, why the Olympics are SmackDown? Has anybody seen this at the Winter Olympics? Bro, did they fucking buy this off WWE? Did they borrow this off WWE? What is this? And by the way, why isn't this the new SmackDown set? If the Olympics could do this, it literally looks like an updated version of the SmackDown set. Dude, look at this. This is fire. Even the Olympics can do it. Even the fucking Olympics can do it right. Anyway, the opening segment was all right, I guess. You know, I didn't like it, but it did seem to get... But it got pretty much good, fairly good positive feedback from a lot of people. So, I mean, the opening segment to Raw was, you know, decent enough for many people. But for me, I just didn't... I don't know, man. I was grumpy. I actually liked Riddle versus Seth Rollins better than this, but I think it's the end that was worse. It got worse as it went on. It was started pretty good, I thought. And I was actually looking forward to seeing it and how it was going to go. But then it just, oh my God, it droned on for me. 20 minutes of this, and then the Street Profits end up coming out, and now they're going to have a match with them. And it's just like, man, this felt like the never-ending segment. The segment that just wouldn't fucking end. Now, there was a huge over-the-top rope jump by, what's his face? Fucking, what's his goddamn name? I don't remember. By one of the Street Profits. You know, the guy that jumps high. God damn it, why can't I remember people's names anymore? But probably because Raw murders me. But basically, he dove over, man. He did some big Superman jump. By the way, shout out to the $25 producers on Patreon. People that signed up on Patreon. Over in the right-hand corner, you're seeing them pop by right now. And if you are a patron today, you probably were super annoyed because I uploaded like 7 songs to Patreon. The ones that all you guys have been requesting, plus SITH NEGAN has requested as well. And they are now up there. 7, I think I posted 6 or 7 songs. So they're up there. I want to thank Brian Jardine, who became a $25 producer. He's a $25 producer, man. Thank you, Brian, so much, bro. Thank you to Skittles for coming back into the $25 producer spot. And thank you to Six, who came into the $25 producer spot once again. And KN Spielberg for jumping in the $5 spot as well. Patrick Crawford and V-Man for coming into the $25 producer spot as well. Mecha Sandwich, you guys have been awesome. Listen, I just, like, dead serious. Thank you very, very much for that, man. You guys are trying your hardest to save the channel and save me and whatever, and I appreciate that, bro. I will try to do my best to deliver some more content and step up the game as I've been trying to. But, hey, man, I'm not going to do anything until it feels right and we get the right people and the right fit. Harass the people you want to work with me. It's on you because I've tried everything. The announcers are saying freaking Rollins every time they said his name. Yeah, it's enraging because they changed his name on the website. Don't you know? It's freaking Rollins now. It's Seth freaking Rollins now. They changed it on the website. So that's what it is. So they got to say it 7,000 times now. Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, they got to say it 1,000,000 times. It's enraging. So Patrick Crawford is in the chat. There he is, man. What up, Pat? You beast ass. What's going on, bro? So there's the $25 producer patrons, man. Just wanted to shout them out, give them some love. And we're going to be heading over to Discord in a second. I got Rastafa in there, and he'll be going down the list here as we react to Monday Night Raw beyond this point. If you guys want a Super Chat feature works down there, unless you have a weird communist Apple iPhone or something. Sometimes they don't work. Otherwise, you can use the Stream Elements or Labs links down below. Also pinned to the top of the chat as well. If you don't have that available to you, you can check it out on the link, and we'll throw it up. There's the link right there for that one. There's a couple other ones as well. Let's go to the poll real quick while we're sitting here going over this real quick, and let's see what the poll is saying. Let's see what my wife is saying. What's up, Leah?
I'm coming for you.
Okay. That's weird. It's not what I expected.
I did. I gave it to Debe.
All right. Let's... Here we go to the poll. Wanted to see what you guys are saying during Raw. I'm watching Raw. 33% of you said yes. 45% of you said no, you're not watching Raw. Listen, I used to put this poll up all the time, guys. I used to put this poll up all the time. 80% would say that you're watching in some capacity. And like 5 to 10 to 15 to 20% of you would say, I'm not watching. That's legit. 2018, 19, and 20. Mostly I can remember 2019 and 20 and 21. But dude, as we enter 2022 and the mid zone of, or the mid year zone, what the fuck, the middle of the year of 2021, that has shifted. I mean, look at this poll. This poll is basically saying, well, what the fuck was that? This poll is basically saying like 22% of you decided to answer with I have no life and dogs taste good. Like you want to eat fucking dogs. So 46% of you said you're not watching. And if you add the 22%, because I consider that a negative comment. So 22, but even if you didn't have 22, half of you said you didn't watch Raw. That's fucking crazy. Do you understand that? Do you understand how crazy that is? And when people say, like, where are the numbers? What's up with the ratings and what's up with no one watching Raw reviews as much anymore? Bro, dude, like, half the audience in here right now is saying they did not watch Raw. Half of you are saying you did not watch Raw right now, according to that poll. Can you imagine the amount of people that aren't watching Raw and certainly aren't watching me because they don't care because they didn't watch Raw? And they're so far removed that they're not even entertained by hearing about what happened on Raw. That's crazy. But it makes sense when you look at those poll results, obviously. Pretty freaking crazy stuff, man. Oh, my God, I will suck Alexa Bliss. Man, we're going to talk about Alexa Bliss's nudes in a few minutes. Raw sucks, shut up, says LaRon Morris. I mean, I think most people thought Raw sucked tonight. I don't know how many people thought it was good. Give me your ratings in the chat, though, if you'd like to, out of 10. Let's see what those pop up as, and then maybe we'll get the poll back up there in a minute as well. But ratings are going to be down tonight because they were on Sci-Fi. It's a great point, sports fan. To be honest, that's a great point. Super chat coming in from
Super Chat Party
Nation News.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The last time when a WWE crowd sounded legit was when Roman won the Rumble in 2015.
Wow. I mean, I think the crowds have sounded legit a few times since then, but I mean, didn't they legit boo him at that Rumble? But I mean, you're kind of right. I mean, the last time WWE felt like the real WWE was around that time of 2015. So that I will say, C Nation, I agree with you on that. 2015 was around the last time it felt real.
Super Chat Party!
Oh, yeah?
Top donation.
Miss Traw was rubbing my red rooster to shell pick.
Oh. Have you ever rubbed it to her feet pictures? Her foot pictures? You haven't drained a lizard until you've seen Shell's foot pictures, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Okay? Let me tell you something. When you see her feet pics, man, you'll jerk off. Trust me. You will go real hard in the paint for that.
Fuck that ass pussy.
No. F that pussy. Oh, man. C Nation coming in again. These ratings don't look good.
Do you think it will ever hit 2 million viewers, or will they fizzle out like TNA in 2014?
No, see, C Nation, I think what's going to happen is, unless somebody creates a megastar, it's looking like AEW is going to sit around 1 million forever, or for a long time. You know what I mean? They could go a little up, they could go a little down, but, you know, Tony Khan has so much money, you know, and is so desperate to make entertaining wrestling happen no matter what happens. You know, I could see them being at 800,000 to 1.5 million off and on throughout the next 3 to 5 years. And because there's so much thirst for content out there, I could certainly see AEW being around for a long time. Even if that meant they went to like a streaming service, like a Netflix or something like that. There is such a thirst for content. I mean, dude, think about Famous B. He spent 2 weeks filming a butt pirate fucking Hispanic wrestling tournament show that no one cares about. And, you know, I'm just kidding. And it got picked up by Crackle. You know what I mean? Probably for like fucking $100,000 or something like that, or $80,000. Who knows? But they sold it because these networks are so thirsty for content that they'll suck anything. So if Tony Khan needed to, he'd put AEW on goddamn Netflix if he had to. So I think they could end up being around for a bit, in my opinion. I think AEW's, well, I mean, AEW is pretty much guaranteed to be around the next 3 years. I think they'll be around for 5 years. And are you kidding me? If TNA Impact is still fucking lurking around somehow with fucking diddly squat, then of course I think that AEW is going to be around for fucking up to the next maybe 10 years. But I guess that depends on how rapid wrestling dies here. How rapidly does wrestling decline? The popularity of wrestling. That's the real question. Because unless somebody creates new stars, this is never going to grow. Tony Khan brought in fucking CM Punk, who I was convinced, hell, I might even be part of the problem. I might have been one of the guys that Tony Khan, when he was perusing through all the wrestling commentators, and I know he watches a lot of different people, so it's possible at some point Tony Khan sat there and watched a few minutes of me. Maybe he came on during one of my rants about whoever gets CM Punk, it's going to be a game changer. Boy, was I kind of wrong. CM Punk has been frosting on the cake that was already here. You literally paid millions of dollars for a different color frosting on the top of your cake when you already had the cake complete with frosting. And then you were like, yo, if we get the red frosting, though, oh, this birthday cake's going to go crazy. Then you bring the birthday cake in the room, and the girl goes, I like the blue frosting.
Motherfucker, here we go.
Oh.
Everyone knows I'm out the window.
Yep.
Yo, motherfucker, no romance, cause there ain't no chance in my happy pants. Could you perchance come and take this dance and leave me here? I'm a bad motherfucker, ain't got no fear. What the time was the time, motherfucker? Time, motherfucker.
Yo,
Put it in a happy rhyme, motherfucker.
Fucking crack a whip, Yo, fucking clock, You suck my dick, suck my cock,
tick
what you got?
Plug in a sock, oil shock. 2 on consignment, 1 in stock. What's the time, motherfucker? Set o'clock. I said clock.
Robert Henderson! Robert Henderson, for you, let's play a little bit of the remade version of The Turkeys Ate Us, Robert, while everybody drops some clocks in the chat right now. If the turkeys ate us, if they had to hate us, what if the turkeys ate us? Oh, we got more coming in.
Oh, yeah?
What up?
Shell feet pick. My giant gobbledygooker just grew.
Did you say gooker? Gooker? I think you said gooker. Okay, gooker. Gobbledygooker. That's a big turkey, not to be confused with the people that have driving issues. Okay, good. Thank you, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Yes, the gooker, the big turkey thing from WWE, the gobbledygooker. I don't know why the donation read it like that. I didn't do it, YouTube. It's not me. But oh my God. Take that. You want to fight Joe Rogan? You want to fight over this? Just like Tim Dillon said, bro, what do I have to do to get the attention that Joe Rogan has? What do I have to do? I'll say cancer isn't real. God damn it. I'll attack fucking anybody. I'll attack the Muslim religion. Like, I'll do whatever I got to do to get fucking attention. Come on. Joe Cronin is like Joe Rogan, for Christ's sake. All right? I need to fucking come up with like 60 grand in fucking 60 days. So, like, let's go. Hello? Hello? Let's treat Joe Cronin like Joe Rogan. Maybe you could accidentally come to my channel thinking it's Joe Rogan. I almost wish Joe Rogan would get deleted from everything. That way then they'd be like looking for Joe Rogan and they'd find Joe Cronin. And they'd be like, oh, it's Joe Cronin. And then like they'd see my videos and they'd be like, oh my God, this guy's crazy too. It must be a Joe thing. They'd find all my videos. And then like, but it's like they've already tried to do things to me a million times over the last 10 years and just suck my dick. Suck my dick. You can't make my life any worse. You can't make my life worse. Suck my dick. But I wish I would get that attention, man. I don't know what I got to do. Say disabled babies need to die. You know, push a guy in a handicap wheelchair down a flight of stairs. You know, suck Gavin McGinnis's dick live on Rumble while holding a Confederate flag. I don't know, finger bang somebody and tell everybody it's my aunt. I don't know what I have to do to get on the level of Joe Rogan so that everybody would talk about me and the White House would get angry at me. Like Tim Dillon. Like Tim Dillon's like, you know, oh, I want to get attention. Listen, Tim Dillon, you motherfucker, you make $300,000 a month on Patreon. Okay? I don't think you need any attention. Okay, Tim? In fact, if I was Tim, I probably would sell out and make my comedy super safe. I'm sorry. If I was getting paid $300,000 a month on Patreon, dude, how much is $300,000 a month on Patreon a year? Tim Dillon. You don't want Joe Rogan's hate. If Joe Rogan had a Patreon, he wouldn't have one tomorrow. So why would you, if you're Tim Dillon, really want to be canceled like that? You're making $3.6 million a year on Patreon. Why in the world would you want to be like that? I would just take the money and say, hey, man, two guys walk into a bathroom and one guy pees on the other guy. Hey, how about a boom? Anyway, welcome. Thanks for being on my Patreon, everybody. All 14,000 of you. You know, that's what I would do. I wouldn't fucking go pushing any envelopes. I'd probably turn on Joe Rogan. I'd go the other way. I'd be like, oh, fuck him. You're right. Like, I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to wrestling. So we get to this beginning. Well, let's go to the chat and see what's up. Here I am. That's me. That's me.
What's up?
That was me beaming into the room here. So like
what's up? Beam into this forum planet where everybody gets canceled. Is that what you did?
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I want some attention. But if I was Tim Dillon, I wouldn't want any attention. I'd be like, no, I want to keep my $300,000 a month on Patreon. That's what I want to keep. If I was Tim, that's what I would say. But
I wish I was important enough to be canceled because I'm willing to do some shady dirty stuff and just to piss everybody off, just for pure enjoyment of it.
Well, why don't we get a video of you calling Rastafa a certain word? But Rastafa, what's up, brother? How you doing tonight, Rastafa?
You call me handsome. That's dirty. I know.
What's up, Oreo? You Oreo cookie. I love you. What did you think of? Did you like Raw tonight?
I'll describe Raw with one noise. You ready? Are you ready for this, Joe?
Okay.
Are you ready for this, Joe?
What's it going to be? You making ape noises or? Oh. Wow. I mean, yeah, that's I'm basically there with you. That's how I felt tonight. Pretty sleepy. Pretty sleepy.
Can I just say this? And this is something that I noticed in the first hour of Raw. The fact that it was paced so well, and yet we started off like crap with the whole. I mean, we knew it was going to be crap from the get go with the Alpha Club or the Alpha Academy and the RK Bro segment, and I just gave it the benefit of the doubt that that's what it is, and we're just going to wait until the chamber so we can actually see Riddle do his thing, and. You know, it is what it is, so I wasn't paying attention to that. But ultimately, though, that first hour felt good because there was limited commercial interruptions.
Right. Yeah, I mean, but they took breaks to advertise their own stuff, and that sort of kept psyching me out. I think about 3 times, as soon as they cut from the action or whatever, to be like, WWE first, blah, blah. I fucking got up and left the room, and I came back 5 minutes or 4 minutes later, and they were in the middle a segment had already started, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Because I forgot that they had fucking commercial breaks.
Right, because you actually remember that it's a wrestling show, and the fact that it felt like a pay-per-view that first hour because of the way that it flowed, and was actually nice for a change. But like I said before, just because it flowed good doesn't mean that the show was actually good.
Right.
Are they going to do that all the time, or is it just
just for now because they're on Sci-Fi and they're dealing with the Olympics?
This was to keep the audience, because even for some reason, even when people switch over to a new channel when they have to, for whatever reason, they have itchy trigger fingers. I don't know why, but that's a thing that's always been recorded by whatever. So they figured, okay, no commercials. So as long as we lock people in the first hour, then it will make the second and third better and whatever. And I guess I'm thinking that's the theory, is like, here's something for having to come over here. And also they wanted to keep the audience without it dropping off. And, you know, we'll see if it paid off tonight, but it probably didn't do well. In fact, I got to be honest. Now, it's Wrestlemania season, you know, and there's some things that could help it, maybe. But you have the potential. You have the potential tonight for the lowest rated Raw of all time tonight, because it was on Sci-Fi mostly, and because of really how boring it was as the night progressed. So
there was a part of me that actually wanted to watch the Olympics, and I normally don't do that unless if it's like like wrestling or even boxing for that matter, because those are the kind of sports that I look forward to. In
well,
the Olympics,
I left it on for about 20 minutes just because when I flipped over, I thought SmackDown was going on. I was like, oh, SmackDown's happening.
Right. And, you know, this is what's funny. I saw that image earlier. I thought it was hilarious. So the first match that we had Alpha Academy versus Street Profits. Again, I'm going to say it once. I'm going to say it again. Montez Ford is one of my favorite people to watch right now on TV, basically because here's a guy, we know that he's athletic, we know he's great. That one little spot that he's been doing lately where he does a senton over the top rope, but
that Superman
looks
thing?
like Superman.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it did. It did. I got to be honest. First of all, I'm sick of the superhero stuff, and I can't stand that shit, right? But I still, like, that is burned into my memory right now. I hadn't seen that before. When he did that tonight, I don't know why, but I liked it. I got to be normally I would say, like, maybe that's cheesy and stupid and so planned, but it looked awesome. I really, that's the only thing I take away from the match is how awesome that looked. Otis sold it well, too.
I agree with that. It's just like, for me, it's like, why don't we just make it special? Why doesn't, like, he does that every once in a while instead of in every match? Because it doesn't mean anything. And, you know, again, going through the match, like, you know, again, it never surprises me how, like, you know, the matches that they have based upon, you know, Alpha Academy. I mean, dude, Chad Gable is growing on me very, very little, but at the same time, though, he's still growing on me.
He's doing a good
growing
job
on me.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of, you used to make fun of him for like wannabe angle type of guy, and now you're kind of like, ooh, he's kind of getting
Chad
into that.
G. What the hell was Chad G?
I don't know what they did.
Oh, that stupid shit. Yeah.
Dude, he went from being good.
Shorty G.
Shorty G. Well, that's Vince and them. That was Vince and them. He was already good. Then they ruined him with Shorty G, and now he's finally found his way. Finally.
What if that was like really a test, just to test out if Vince thinks that if I can give anything to this guy and he'll run a mile with it, maybe I'll give him some leeway.
Well, I think that's part of it. I think he went through all that shit, and they knew that they had something with him, but they didn't really do much. And so, yeah, I think that's part of it.
Yeah, he's going to be basically the new Kurt, except I think Chad is going to work his way more so, kind of like what Kurt did when he got a little more real with his, how should I say, like more so like with his character in terms of being more aggressive. And I would like to see that, especially, when he splits from Otis right now. But like for right now, yeah, keep him as a tag team. Let him work heel for a minute. It's just better for both of them, especially since that Otis, up until before he turned heel, was barely doing anything, especially after when they broke his tag team up.
Right.
But it is what it is. So Alpha Academy gets the Duke. Next segment, MVP and Bobby Lashley. Now we obviously know that this was in Colorado. Bobby's from Colorado. But the moment that Bobby started talking, and the thing is that I noticed is whenever Bobby was trying to make the crowd say something,
they were like, no.
Well, no, they did, but he had to work harder in order to get their attention. But then by the time he started opening his mouth more, they sat on their hands.
But then they were cheering for him when randomly. It was like weird. It was like when he had to go back into like, I got to be the bad guy. They were cheering him. Mm-hmm. And then when he was like giving them something, they were quiet. It was weird. It was bizarre.
Like here's the thing. If I'm a heel and I'm in my hometown, I'm burying my hometown.
You know what I think it was? I honestly believe this.
Fucking script?
No, I think that I think the crowd wanted to give him acknowledgement, like they like proud of him and they like him and whatever. But then they were like, but we're gonna still, we know you're the bad guy, so we're still gonna make, it was weird.
The thing is, go ahead, Tex.
Well, I was gonna say, go back a week ago or whatever when Brock was confronting Lashley in the ring. Brock was technically the baby face, but he's using heel stuff. Lashley was the heel, but he was acting like the baby face. So they've mixed up the whole who does what role thing to the point where none of it really matters anymore.
Shades of gray are dangerous in wrestling, especially because it takes away the legitimacy of the program. And I'll say this, and again, you could tell after the program that Lashley had with Brock that any type of credibility in terms of him being, I don't know, feared by, let's say, just a random casual fan, that was totally eclipsed by who Brock was, because that was the difference between somebody who's just a TV star while there's somebody who actually legitimately is a superstar in Brock, and not just in one realm of entertainment, but also in the other when it comes to the, UFC, MMA world. So again, Bobby, great athlete, great look, but unfortunately when it comes to the mic, just stick with MVP.
Seriously, what was with that script today though? It seemed like everybody had to learn some kind of thing, and it was changed probably last second too. So
it usually is.
You could see that they were physically fumbling over the words, and they're like, how am I gonna put this? And it happened with Rollins, it happened with Kevin Owens, it happened with RKO. Everything dude.
The Miz, dude, that Miz segment at the beginning of it, at least, was awful. It was like children fighting. It was like Bruce Pritchard remembered a fight he had at a playground, and he was like, we're gonna have that exact thing play out here on Monday Night Raw. It wasn't until they mentioned Eddie, which is so goofy, right? Because the whole segment is so childish and childlike. Of like, oh, you're a poopy and you're taller than your dad and he's taller and we're all at a playground right now. And then all of a sudden you get super weirdly real and be like, oh, maybe you're not you're Eddie's kid. Or it was like, whoa, like, so that like woke me up because that was the line that somebody was like, let's do that. But the writers wrote everything else. So it was like, but if you had all of it be a shoot like that, it would have been way better. And instead Maurice was like, maybe you could be Maurice something. Like, what the fuck?
She ruined that whole segment for me. Honestly, got any credibility that
well,
she
I don't blame her. They told her to say it.
No, even so, I would still bite my tongue.
What?
You know, even if
you'd be fired.
Even if that meant that I took the heat and I got fired, I would.
You're not going to do that. Miz and Maurice are just game players. They're like, what do we got to say? All right, Vince. They go out and do it.
But that's the thing, though, and that's what I'm talking about, though, Joe. It's that they don't have. Okay, a lot of these guys, even if they're established guys, don't have the balls to say, hey, why don't we change this a small little thing to make it a little more legit?
Because they'll get rid of you. That's what Bray Wyatt did, and they got sick of it. They were like, dude, shut the fuck up. All right, you're out of here.
Yeah, but I don't think Maurice, though, to be quite frank with you, it really stirs any of the pot or the boat whatsoever. And just asking for a request of something small, I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I don't think that she's the type to do it either. I think she isn't the type to do anything like that. You know, she probably was like, oh, that's kind of a cheesy thing. She won't care. She'll be like, okay, and then I say that, okay, and the Miz is like, okay. You know, they're just like, okay. They're yes men.
They're yes men.
Yes.
They're yes men, exactly.
But not only that, because I believe it's partially out of necessity. I don't think Maurice is the most creative person, but we have seen them in good segments. Remember the stuff with Cena or the Bellas and them?
Absolutely.
That was really good for the most part.
Well, remember, at that point, Cena was in the program, and you can only imagine how much stroke Cena had to be like, yo, let us do our thing, and we can make it work. But again, it's also still had a direction.
Even a popular, my point, though, is even a popular superstar selling merchandise. Do you want to know why this is, too? Does anybody want to know why? I have the answer. If you don't know it, I'll tell you what it is. Because you can write it down on a piece of paper, right? I'm seriously, in the 90s, you write this all down and start like doing a little bubble chart to figure out why this is. In the 90s, Shawn Michaels said, Vince, why don't we do this? I don't want to do that, God damn it, Vince. And they would fight, they'd fight back and forth. And if Vince finally said, no, damn it, Shawn, you're doing this, Shawn would go out and do it. But Shawn would try to change his mind forever and try to fight, and he would get things changed. So wouldn't DX, so wouldn't Stone Cold, so wouldn't a bunch of people. A lot of times Vince stuck to what he wanted, but many times they got things changed, adjusted, or added in. So many times, right? So let's let's think about the financial situation. The financial situation was Vince needed them. The performers were the ones making the money. The performers were making the money. Are the performers making the money now? No.
Hell no.
The business side of the company is making money. So if the top guy who sells merchandise starts being a problem, they don't care. Oh yeah, Mr. fucking Hulk Hogan 2.0, you're a problem? You fuck off. Get out of here. I'll go to AEW. Go ahead, go to fucking AEW. We don't care. We just made record revenue. Not because of you. We're not making any record revenue because of anybody here. We're making record revenue because of the entertainment world and the way our business model is.
That's what I'm saying. They're with multi-billion-dollar networks that they made great long-term deals with. Also the fact that, you know, the Saudi Arabia deal, which was for 10 years, I think they're in their 4th year now.
The Fox deal.
Yeah, like every deal that they made was for their benefit, not for the benefit of the talent. I mean, ever since the WWE Network was launched, and this is another reason why Punk got frustrated too, which a lot of people forget, was like he's asking the office, like, well, wait a minute. Are we getting paid off of this network like we normally would do a pay-per-view? And the word was no. And they didn't. And the company made money. The boys didn't make money off of that network, or if any, barely, pennies, because they're just being treated like, musicians, like, on streaming services.
They're needed. Pennies. The wrestlers are needed less than they ever were right now.
Exactly. But that's another reason why, again, I feel that this was always Vince's idea, where eventually at some point within the last decade, he's like, you know what? I'm going to eventually most likely sell this company, or I'll most likely make this into a profitable thing where it can't be denied by, let's say, Disney or Sony or Google or whatever. And I'm going to make as much money as I can. Because remember, a couple of years ago, he lost a lot of money. Right. He lost $350 million or something. And he was a billionaire at one point, and then he lost that. Now apparently he's most likely back in that sector. But for right now, I mean, like, yeah, he's really just making a profitable company that anybody would want to buy at a certain point, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the artistic value is there, because it's not there.
Not at all. It's a whole different story, no doubt about it. It's not the best thing ever was when they were. That's why, dude. That's why the '90s were the best, because they had to acquiesce to some of the entertainers. That would never happen right now. It just none of that would ever happen. Oh, maybe Roman, maybe, but not really, because they still don't even need Roman.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned about certain guys like Shawn and Austin. I guarantee you, Austin probably gave more thorns in Vince's side than Shawn, if you think about it. Because here's the thing:
no,
Shawn was not Hogan. Shawn was not Hogan, nor was Bret Hogan.
Right.
Austin surpassed Hogan in record merchandise buys, pay-per-view buys, you name it. It probably was on the road more than Hogan, maybe at a certain point, even though Hogan had more longevity.
Well, but I just right away I can tell you a difference. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he was on top of the game, top of the world, pretty much him and Vince got along because Stone Cold was the best guy for business. And he was doing the best work for about 2 years straight, right? I mean, probably, then he got hurt and they had to go away for a while, and things were never the same after that. But the point is, when he first came in, he did the ringmaster thing. He did everything Vince wanted. Then at some point, he said, please, give me a mic and, let's do something maybe. And Vince said no. And then he got put in the King of the Ring, and he got a few minutes on the mic.
Which was not supposed to be originally supposed to be the thing. It was supposed to be,
right.
Triple H.
Triple H. So he got there by accident. But Shawn Michaels, and it wasn't until Stone Cold was out of the limelight a little bit, and Vince and them started going with The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, and Stone Cold was kind of like lower on the totem pole now. They didn't need him to carry everything. That's when they had problems. And even when they had those problems, there's only a few times, but with Shawn Michaels, Shawn was a struggling champion. The ratings were down. That is when they were taking the water coolers. So Shawn was saying, it's your fault, because I'm not being portrayed the right way and we're not doing this the right way. Vince is like, no, I know what we got to do, goddammit. So I don't believe that. I think that Vince and Shawn had way bigger issues, frequently.
Well, what I mean, Joe, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but it's like what I meant by, as far as more thorns in Vince's side in terms of creative, based upon the fact that if Austin said that this sucked for this particular reason, he would name a list of why this sucks and why maybe we should try this. And then what Vince would do a lot of the time, he would be like, okay, that's great, but let's add this to your idea. So Vince was I would think he was more collaborative with Steve. More so,
but that's what
Shawn.
I mean.
That's what I mean.
That's why I don't think it's even close, because that is a collab. They're doing a collab where Vince and Shawn Michaels were at each other's throats, almost screaming before Shawn. Shawn, fine, I'll go out there and goddamn, you'll see what happens. I'll go out there and do it. And he goes out. It's a whole that way more toxic. I think in my, from what I know.
How many times did Shawn go out there and do something that he wasn't supposed to do? And then Vince cussed him for it, but then realized, oh shit, that actually worked.
Right.
And then that became part of the deal.
That's why they're worried about Mania 14. The only time they were ever worried about Austin, the only thing you can say about Austin is Austin actually did do what Shawn Michaels, they were always worried Shawn would do. Like, oh, Shawn's not going to drop the belt. Shawn's not going to show up. Guess what? Stone Cold didn't show up.
Right.
So,
Shawn Michaels took the approach of, ask for forgiveness and permission, whether it was good or bad. But a lot of our favorite moments from that Attitude Era, from that 96 to 99, whatever, came from stuff like that. So,
right. So, speaking of speaking of at least decent moments, not great, but decent, we had a number one contenders match for the U.S. title. We had Damian Priest and AJ Styles. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was an okay match. It wasn't the best. I think they could do better. But
it's not a fair judge. It's so short.
Yeah, it was so short. I mean, last week, the match that AJ had was, lack of a better term, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because the time. And I think that's another reason why it's kind of it's just barely, it barely gets me going just to watch Raw because I want to see a good 10 to 15 minute match, but then only on WWE programming, especially on Raw, it's no more than either 2 to 8 minutes.
How much is AJ a star, man? Because he looked so good tonight and looked so good last week. Who did he wrestle last week? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Somebody else, and he made them look good too.
Was it Kevin Owens?
I don't remember. I don't think it was Owens. Somebody.
I can't even remember last week.
Owens wrestled the new guy last week and lost.
Oh no, that's right. Theory.
There you go.
Theory.
But what I will say tonight, what I did see out of AJ, even though the match never really got going because by the middle it was over kind of, but they had really good chemistry. Damian Priest and AJ Styles had really good chemistry in this match tonight. This is a match tonight that I would look at and say, mark that down. These guys got chemistry. They need to have at some point some kind of feud again, or to do something. Maybe
absolutely
they were going to continue it too after their match. It looked like they were going to continue the feud.
I will say this right now. I'll say this right now. Turn Damian Priest heel.
Oh,
and put that into a program because ultimately, do we want to see another babyface versus babyface match for the U.S. title?
I mean, not really. And I think Priest might be right about making Priest heel because I don't see a lot of Damian Priest support out there. But AJ obviously has it and can have it at any time he wants. This is the best. This is the closest guy to HBK in the business right now.
Absolutely. He always was. I mean, even back in the early TNA when I watched him, I thought this is Shawn Michaels 2.0. And a lot of people like Dolph and, the Young Bucks and all these other guys have tried to, mimic that, but nobody's come close. And AJ can absolutely do anything. He could work a brawling style, Mexican style, European style.
He's different.
Any style.
He's different,
absolutely.
But
he's an all-rounder.
It's his selling. That a little bit that makes it like Dolph feels too light and charismatic. He feels too flimsy, like he gets waffled everywhere. He looks like more like he's the size. He's smaller than Shawn Michaels, but he moves like Billy Gunn. I think Dolph reminds me more of Billy Gunn, not just because the rocker dropper thing. He just kind of moves like that. Think about how Billy Gunn sold and moved. I mean, Dolph is a smaller version of that, not Shawn, but the Young Bucks and stuff like that. They're just too stiff and they don't sell enough. They look good and it's fun, but AJ has that perfect balance. He is a little more bulldogish and a little more stiff, and has that Japan style slightly a little bit that Shawn.
And by the way, Vince likes that. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that, but Vince likes that because he knows that AJ is small, but he also knows that, okay, if I'm hearing all this praise about him, about being one of the best workers, then I want him to go out there and earn his main event status. And he did that when he worked with Jericho the first time around.
Well, what they didn't like was when AJ said, "Take the belt off me. I don't want to do this." So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's not going to hold that belt anytime soon.
I think this is different though. I think we're at WrestleMania season, and now Vince is like, "Hey, we need you for a feature at WrestleMania," and so I think he's on board for, "Hey, I'm going to be featured at WrestleMania in some capacity." So that's the difference, as opposed to during the rest of the year when he's sort of just helping other talents in situations, and that's only because he doesn't want to travel and have the workload of the champion.
Right, and even so, would this be AJ's last hurrah as far as wrestling after the WWE? Possibly, but again, I don't blame him. He's practically done everything in the business that you could want him to do, and if he feels like he doesn't want to hold that load and just keep going forward with it, then that's his choice, and he doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. He's done it all. But going forward,
what, Rossman? He's going to hold that load.
Yeah, he's going to hold his load in his hand.
Literally.
Warlord's load.
It's a little weird.
Yeah. He's gonna hold Warlord. Absolutely. He's gonna
Ward load. Is that Warlord?
He's gonna
Ward load.
That's a heavy load. But at any rate, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are backstage, basically talking about how, maybe, if they were continuing the storyline, if Seth could go towards Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, basically saying, hey, Kevin Owens should be in the Elimination Chamber match, and they're obviously going back and forth, so they're obviously still creating some tension for a potential match possibly at WrestleMania. Miz TV comes on. We kind of briefly talked about it, and I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Script.
this script, this segment, the feel of the segment, even the crowd was like, why are we watching this crap? I mean, we're participating, but only because we're trying to wake ourselves up, you know, so far since what we watched. And then the famous line comes where Miz uses Eddie's name to basically say, hey, are you really the son? And granted, you know, it's not because I saw some tweets online going like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that." Blah blah blah.
That's the point. Guys, yeah, that's the point. Eddie would have loved it.
Eddie would have loved it, and B, you're being worked, and it's not to get upset about because honest to God, it was a funny storyline. It was a great storyline, that program with Ray and Eddie. And also, like, mind you, that again, this is also one of those cases where Miz is just, as you said, Joe, just doing his job.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe it kind of worked in a way because the fucking segment was so lame and PG and terrible that then when he dropped that, it was like, whoa, like, because like I woke up, I was asleep, and then they went, oh, you know, you're not the son of Eddie, and I was like, oh, and I woke up. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
honest to God, I just felt like the delivery was just awful, but that's just me. I'm an actor.
Well, listen,
what do I know?
how terrible is it? You're in a fucking cartoon PG segment that's terrible, and then you try to deliver some kind of nasty line like that. It just didn't make any sense. They went from like peekaboo, like oh, like, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, we're gonna do this. Brian, $1 donation super chat coming in. What's up, Brian? Thank you, Brian Henkel, for the $1, man. Appreciate it. Kisses.
Thank you for the peso.
Another one coming in from Soldier
Super Chat
Rob Comical.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: Barney the Dinosaur from 1992 to 1997 beat WWE Raw ratings by 2%. Lol, imagine if Barney was revived. Can he do it again?
Can he do it again?
Is that true? Is that true?
Apparently. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, 1995? Probably. Beat Raw by 2%.
7. Fuck.
I gotta see that. Somebody's got to look that up.
Bro, you know how many kids there are watch Barney? I mean, I'm not surprised. Barney is a dinosaur from my imagination. I sing my kid the I Love You song. That's the song I sang to all my kids. And like, I don't know why I started singing it, but that's just the song that I sang. Like, I'm like,
because it's a song that we grew up with from our generation.
I guess, but I was older. I thought Barney was lame. I was like an older kid. I was like, ooh, fucking kids watching Barney.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that programmed their minds to MK Ultra some shit?
Oh my God. I just remembered this. So apparently there was, you remember, like, you know, back when, you know, Vines or whatever they were, like, you know, were popular. There was a video that came out where somebody was singing the song on the school bus, and then some kid went, you know, are you like 5? And he's like, yeah, 5 inches inside your mom. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Wow. So at any rate,
what did that have to do with Barney?
He likes it raw.
Ooh, let's get raw. Let's get raw on it, baby.
Well,
get raw on top of me. And
speaking of raw,
do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Speaking of cancel people.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Oh, my God.
Play racist American PLS.
Oh, my God. Lemon. the OG donator, Lemon.
Play the national anthem of the JCS Army.
That's the national anthem. What the fuck? Oh my God. When it comes from Mexico and it cannot hide, you gotta take it back.
I give this 5 stars, Joe. I give this 5 stars. All right.
How many in the Tokyo Dome, Mustafa? How many in the Tokyo Dome? That's
Thank you, Lemon.
How many in the Tokyo Dome? 2 people. 2 people.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
And that doesn't include the commentary.
You want to do it? You want to do it?
Yeah, why not? Maybe. Do it.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we're gonna have to do it.
Do it.
All we're gonna have to do, guys. Here we go. go, it cannot hide. You gotta take it back, you, even if it's died. If you hear my friends, then you hear my pride. I gotta take a stand, I can't let him hide. I am a racist American. I hate all the blacks and Mexicans. I am a racist Americans. I have no black Mexican friends. If it comes to the country and it is not wide, you gotta send it back, you don't have to hide. The racism runs deep inside of me, but racism's the thing that keeps us free. I am a racist American, I hate all the blacks and Mexicans. I am a racist American. They have no rights. They have no rights. Well, you know something, dude? They've got no rights, brother. Let me tell you something, Lemon. What you gonna do, Jigaboo? But still, you gotta go, dude. What you gonna do, brother? If you hear my friends, then you know I'm right. We gotta get them blacks and Mexicans out of my sight. I am a racist American. I hate all the blacks and Mexicans. I am a racist American. They have no rights. They have no rights. All right, Hulk Hogan, please, let's... All right.
Anyway,
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
I need that just to piss everybody off.
Well, Hulk Hogan, I don't know if I approve of that song, Mr. Hogan, and I know, you know, it's weird that after your redemption tour about saying the N-word, Hulk Hogan, that you would, you know, change your song to really to double down. I mean, that's the headline is Hulk Hogan doubles down on racism by by making his song somehow less American, really, to be honest. I don't know if people are going to agree with that, Hulk Hogan. I don't like that, but we'll see. Hogan's new song, Racist American. If you don't know, he called his daughter's boyfriend the N-word. But, you know, listen, Hulk Hogan, America's for everybody, Terry Bollea. Hulk Hogan.
Absolutely.
But maybe Terry Bollea doesn't believe that. Maybe that only Hulk Hogan feels this way. So, Hulk, you listen, man, it's for everybody. Let them all in. You know, I don't know why your song has to be like that and why you have to say this stuff. But, you know, it is what it is.
Absolutely.
Hogan's banned. But what you going to do when America deports you, I guess?
Well, Joe, I have the question of the show here.
Okay.
Number one, Alexa Bliss could not be any
By the way,
finer.
Garguts, you're lucky. I just want to say real quick, Garguts is lucky Hogan isn't on this show. You'd be out of here, Garguts.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll be good. I'll revert back to my 8% of Indian that I have in me.
Well, you're probably owed some land at this point, to be honest. I'm serious. We probably owe Garguts some land. Thank you, Lemon, for the $10. You'll enjoy that dono. Go ahead, Tex. I'm sorry.
And I did check back, and I am part Indian. I just realized
you actually kind of look a little Indian, to be honest. You do.
You look native.
Native American, actually. Is.
Yeah.
You
I
could
just
go.
found out that I think it's like 4 generations.
Actually,
back.
you know what? We put a dot on your head and shave your head. You know, you might pass as actual Indian.
I'll be at that
I need your
Pokemon.
address. Gargus, I need your address after the show because I have some blankets I want to send you to keep you warm this winter. Don't think anything of it. It's just to keep you warm. You know what I'm saying?
Tex, I
man.
agree with you, brother. Because man, those teepees these time of year, man, those teepees.
Right. Well, those teepees and wigwams are really cold this time of year, so I'm just trying to keep you warm.
I just want to know where the fuck did you find stores right now?
And also, you got to send some flint down there. Maybe get some sticks.
How hard that shit is to come by?
You know, my town's a lot like Flint, Michigan. We can't drink the water here, so there you go.
But at any rate, getting back to reality.
Get back to reality. There goes Rabbities. Oh,
Tex got a.
Go ahead, Tex. What?
Yes, the number one Alexa could not be any finer. I would eat a mile of her shit to see where it came from. But
that's weird.
Does anybody else get the feel like when they're watching these therapy sessions that it's about to break into porn because it's so cheesy?
Yeah. Yes. Like it's such
for Joe, yes. For Joe, yes.
I was full on horny.
I'm not the only one.
No.
Every time, I love her segments. I'm like,
dude,
I've seen pornos.
Do you know what you do? Like, if you just go play the segments and then play the play that at any point, and you'll be like, oh shit, it's going down. Like, yeah, absolutely. Right. Especially when they did that wide shot of Alexa where her like leg was showing, and I was like, oh, like.
Right.
Or when what's her face Dana Brooke was hugging the jumping guy.
The jumping guy.
Yeah, we'll just call him the jumping guy because that's about all his character is.
Damn.
The guy who chases a girl and jumps.
That's sad.
Yeah, Akira Tozawa too. Like, you know, he's just like the funny Three Stooges guy. Oh, you know, this guy. Imagine you come to America, you like learn English really well over the course of your like life, and then you come to America and you're capable of acting really well actually, and like you're just this goofy idiot like fucking person on the show. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like then again at the same time it's still kind of impressive because if he was like anybody else, right? Any other Asian or Japanese wrestler, any other Japanese wrestler who like didn't have a personality, say, or even just say like he was, you know, he didn't really speak English, but he was a great wrestler. You know, he would be gone. But because he's so creative and smart, apparently, like, dude, this guy has a job because he's so good at acting on TV, at following a script in English. Like, I mean, he's fucking amazing, kind of.
And also, mind you, that behind the scenes, he could practically be like the next Funaki if he wanted to with a lot of the Japanese talent.
Yes, that's a great point. He can translate, like, he knows what's up. It's absolutely. They love him.
So getting back to the program, Bianca Belair wins a victory over Nikki ASH. Who cares?
Yeah.
I got to be honest.
Match.
You know, Bianca wrestled a classic WWE style, like a 90s even style in this match. It was very interesting.
The thing is, I don't even think in a way, I mean, she's aware of her athletic ability,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't even think in a way she understands how good she really is as an in-ring general.
Well,
Like she
I don't
knows
know.
how to.
Is she a in-ring general at this point? I mean, you really think that?
I really think so, and here's why. Notice how again, her, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, like they're sort of kind of like the same size, like very tall, you know, muscular in a way, like in a women. But in my opinion, she's the most athletic woman that they have on that roster. And regardless of how anybody feels, I think honestly at this point, she knows how to work a match regardless of who it is, whether the person's intermediate or beginner or whatever. Yeah, she's great. She's great. And I think of her, yes, as an in-ring general. Because I think she can go out there and wrestle an Iron Man match, and I would be cool with it.
I mean, you're just, I don't know, man. You can't sell me on that yet. I like her in the ring, and I've always liked her in the ring. Even, you know, back in NXT, I said she's going to be great on the main roster. I don't think she works as well in NXT. But I wouldn't call her a ring general yet. Like, she's still new to me. But
she's still,
But I will say she is very good at wrestling the classic WWE style. And tonight, what I saw of her in the ring was selling the leg and stuff. She did a really good job selling.
But that's the reason why I said I don't really care about this match, because of two reasons. One was the fact that the selling of the leg could have been done so much better, because there were multiple points where I'm like, oh, so you're strong woman now, and yet you're not selling the leg at certain points. And that's where I was kind of like, it took me out of the match.
It was weird that she would sell it like crazy, and then she would use it to lift the person.
Exactly. And then, of course, the finish. Like, again, I'm always about the finish. And it just wasn't strong tonight. I'm sorry.
Why? I mean, did they lose every Olympic competition today or something? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you why that fucking they did it exactly 90s style, because you sell the leg and then you fucking do the key bump and then you get back up on your feet.
Here's what I'm trying to get across is that she kind of sold the leg a bit like kind of like Bret Hartish. Like she sold her leg a lot like Bret Hart would sell it. So like
not like Perry Saturn where he did a bunch of drugs.
No, yeah, Perry Saturn just sells drugs and dies. Well, he's alive still, but not really. He's dead inside if you look at him. But no, like kind of like Just Incredible. How you doing out there, Just Incredible? You've always looked like a thumb, and now you look like a thumb with a broken toenail. But no, so
I can see it now. I see it now.
I hope someone sends him that, and he's like, "What the fuck did I do to this guy?" No, but Bianca just sold really well. I wouldn't call her a ring general yet, but then I don't think any of them are ring generals. To be honest,
I mean, I'll put her in Impact's ring. I'll put her in ROH's ring. I'll put her in AEW's ring. I think honestly, if you give her a mile, she'll run 2, 3, 4 down the line and make it work.
Here's what I think right now. What I'll say about Bianca is kind of what I said about her in NXT, but she's gotten much better, like I thought she would. But what I'll say about her is she wrestles the classic style that WWE wants you to wrestle very well, like very well. She's the boring, safe style that WWE wants you to wrestle. Most people suck at even that, and she does a really good job at it. I don't know if she could bust the ceiling and get to a Sasha Bailey situation or one of those other women's matches that have been really, 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 really good. But what I do know is she wrestles the WWE style, which I would call the WWE style like a safe 7 out of 10. Like
Upping and feeding.
Yeah, she wrestles almost a 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10 WWE style. So now, will she get to have a match though that some point is like really good or makes us go, wow, that match is amazing? I don't know, because will she ever get that chance? I don't know.
I think she will. I don't.
Will they ever do it? Not even. It's not the chance though, Rostaf. It's will they ever even be able to put that together? Because they can't put it together with anybody sometimes, so it doesn't matter.
It's all about the right opponent, really.
It's about them letting the. Well, you're right. It's about the right opponent, but it's also about them letting them do it.
Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that, like, as of right now, no, I don't see it in hindsight 2020. But again, right program, right place, right time, and it normally would work. But that being said, we'll see. With Kevin Owens winning over Austin Theory, I mean, again, him trying to get assorted into the match. So at this point in time, I get the idea that Kevin Owens is going to do a run-in on Austin Theory in some way, maybe at the pay-per-view, and take him out so he could be part of the match. That's what it seems like to me going forward.
Wait a minute, Austin Theory coming out of the match?
So basically, I get the idea that Kevin Owens is going to pull an Edge, where basically he takes somebody out of the chamber. I think it was Kofi one year,
right?
And then
because he deserves to be in there. I deserve to be in the match.
Exactly. And then Vince gets disappointed and whatever, and then it goes into some other direction, which I can't really foresee what's going to happen now.
I'm starting to think that Owens is not going to get in the match either. And like you said, he'll pull someone else out, probably Austin Theory, because Austin Theory, from what I can tell and from what I believe, was supposed to wrestle Shane McMahon. And
yes.
Now they don't have that. So now it's going to be Owens versus Austin Theory, it feels like.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, originally I thought it might have been maybe Seth and Owens based upon
I thought it was Seth and Owens too. I agree with you. I thought it was going to be them as well. Now I don't know. Maybe they think that... And by the way, it should be Owens and Seth, because they would have this great chemistry and blah, blah, blah.
They already had it.
Yeah. So this is... I think this is bad, because if they put Owens versus Theory, I don't care. That doesn't need to happen. It could be anybody in Theory. But they think Seth can wrestle anybody, so they're not worried about that. But I think we lose a big match that would have been really good.
All right, so now we have the backstage segment with Orton and Riddle, and basically, you know, saying, hey, you know, I got to focus on my match tonight, blah blah blah. Riddle being funny. Actually, the one thing that I did like about the first segment was when Randy turns to Riddle and goes, "You think you're the only one that bakes, bro?" I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was actually a good line. Then we have Lita coming into the ring, says how much she's glad to be back. Becky Lynch comes in and interrupts, and they set up the program where Becky says that Lita was her influence growing up, and the fact that she stood up for her when she made it to the main roster in NXT, you know, that's a good thing. But then ultimately, this is going to lead to the match where now it's going to be, you know, older Lion versus young Lion. Lita is getting beat up, getting the heat by Becky. Then Lita comes back with a twist of fate, then a moonsault, setting up the angle to the idea of, oh, maybe Lita can win, which most likely will not happen. So there you go. Yeah, so apparently we have Liv Morgan and Doudrop. Did not care about this match. I actually took a bathroom break. Doudrop wins. Who cares?
Yeah, it was stupid. I just thought I thought Liv's breasts were going to be compressed into her back from the tight bra she was wearing, and Doudrop splashed her. It looked really good. That was it.
I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's very difficult for you know, a larger superstar, regardless of, you know, male or female, because you could be very bad and still not learn anything. But eventually, if you just, you know, pay your dues and just constantly get better at it, I mean, you're gonna get better at it. So let's just hope that Doudrop sticks to course with that. But at any rate, Seth Rollins and Riddle ends up becoming a tag match with Riddle and basically RK Bro versus Seth and Kevin. Seth and Kevin go over. Again, ultimately, I didn't really feel or anything for this main event just because we kind of had an idea of where it was going. And, you know, Randy Orton puts an RKO on Kevin Owens not once but twice in the same night. So that was your main event of a pretty uneventful Raw.
Yeah, this was a forgettable Raw, sad Raw. And yeah, almost nothing happened. I mean, this is the biggest cruise control, just crap. Like there is no imagination in this show at all. It is devoid of excitement.
Right, and again, there have been filler shows, obviously, in the past that you could tell that are filler shows, but you know that are at least still entertaining enough, at least on the AEW side of things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was lazy writing. But at any rate, we do have some news.
Why not? Let's go to the news in a second, but why not just create a feud for the night only? Start it at the beginning of the show, have it pay off later, have them go out there and beat the shit out of each other, do something crazy. I don't know. They don't think of anything. Go ahead. It's crazy.
I did see I took a poo drop during the dew drop, but I came back and I saw some kind of attitude change that she had, and I kind of liked it. She was like sticking her tongue out. I was dying laughing.
Yeah,
she was
bro.
Like making faces at everybody.
She was acting real weird. She was like, it was like I almost wondered if she watched my video where I picked my nose and sucked my fingers. Like it was like the same thing. She was like, I was like, what is she?
You're disgusting.
Is she trying to tell the audience that she wants to like fucking suck their pussies or something? Like what is she doing? Like it was weird. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know.
All right, so
basically, slather mayonnaise on her.
Yeah,
she's probably.
Yeah, maybe she thought the crowd was she thought the crowd was made of fucking cake, so she was staring at them.
Make me a cake, Joe.
She saw all the fans with their hot dogs and stuff in their hands, and she was like, so that's her thing. All right, go ahead, guys.
Lick that frosting.
Take that.
At any rate, so we have Keith Lee allegedly has signed with AEW.
Well,
Tony Khan is currently having discussions with Keith Lee. Again, that's just based upon what I've been hearing in multiple circles, not just rumor and innuendo.
I don't think he's signed just yet. I mean, there's a person that's supposed to come out on Wednesday, but
well, he's my pick to come out Wednesday. So
I don't see anybody else but Keith Lee coming out and being in a main event program, as it was discussed on Busted Open just last week. So I'm definitely leaning towards Keith Lee, and it makes more sense that way based upon the fact that his no compete clause is lifted and the fact that he just got married. So this could be definitely
that's the weird part, because I would think he
just got married. He'd be on a honeymoon.
That's the thing I thought. I thought it was too soon to the wedding, but I think that's the point in posting the wedding stuff. Like, hey, we're getting married, we're doing the wedding thing, but now we're, I don't know. But he was my pick to show up, so I'll just stick with him. But we'll see. And even better would be if he got signed and it was somebody else, somebody even bigger or as big, and then he shows up later too. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, Tony Khan's been molesting this big announcement. Are you worried that AEW, though, is all about these announcements like I am, like where it's like become almost like WWE, where it's like Goldberg's back, or, it's like sort of like that? Though.
Well, the way I look at it is that mostly everything that Tony has delivered for the right reasons. I mean, again, we had, Mark Henry and Paul White, a.k.a. Big show up. They were decent, but they were just more so from a backstage perspective. Christian was a slight surprise, but not big of one, just because, again, the fact that he practically performed on 3 different promotions in 1 year, that's cool. But also he did that mainly just because, again, he likes helping the young guys, and he still is doing that right now with Jurassic Express. So, kudos to him.
The funny thing is that WWE, they, like you said, the whole Goldberg thing, Goldberg's coming back, Goldberg's back, Goldberg's coming back. But I legitimately failed to listen to when they said they were going to move to Sci-Fi today.
Yeah, right. And again, the fact that
they didn't nail that one home.
This is good in terms of Goldberg being, most likely his last match, as far as his current contract is concerned, and the fact that it's basically a rehash of what was supposed to happen at a WrestleMania a year or two before. So they're trying to get back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna have another Spear versus Spear match. Here we go.
Yeah, apparently all the fanboys on Twitter want to see
Spear
that,
versus
right?
Spear.
That's what Michael Cole called it the other day. And
Are you serious? They're really going to be that racist? I mean, there's not even... These are white guys.
Wait, Roman's a white guy?
Which Spear are we talking about now?
I mean, dude, I thought this type of humor was left in the past from Vince. I wouldn't... Oh,
because they're both tribal?
Oh.
And one of them...
No, I thought...
Head of the table.
Okay, now I know. You mean the move, the spear.
Yeah, not the pointy thing.
Oh.
Remember, Joe, you're not supposed to cross the streams.
I'm sorry. Could you hand me that Coco Beware doll over there?
Looks like my little lad.
Colonel Santos.
A shaving doll.
When it comes jogging down and it spooks the whites.
Oh, no.
If you need a thief, you know what vinegar to find. I'm the boss of Negas. I'm gonna molest AJ Adams.
Oh, my God.
AJ Adams is a fake American. Go back to picking cotton. AJ Adams is a fake American hang.
Oh my! No, my God. That's
a few
sick.
more words you have
Can you calm your Hispanic friends down, Garguts? Why do they pick on the
that guy's?
I mean,
that guy's Filipino.
You're right. He's Filipino. What the fuck is Filipino, man? What is Filipino? Is Filipino like some Asian people got on an island and raped some Hispanic people and then they became Filipino? Go ahead, Gustavo. I'm sorry.
Yes. By the way, you're right.
Okay. I will try to get back on track here.
Well, no, just go ahead with what you're gonna say. I'm sorry, interrupted. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out what Filipino really. We're always trying to figure it out.
Apparently, it's a combination of things.
It's like Scottish people and Irish. Like I'm mostly Scottish and Irish, and I'm very English as well. But how did the Scottish get up there? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Why aren't they just English?
Vikings invaded.
Thank you. You're right. Vikings. That's right. We raped ourselves and killed us. See, that is the answer. That's always the answer. See, I was right. I knew it. Anyway, go ahead.
Here we go. Yes. So basically, tomorrow for NXT, the main event obviously will be the NXT Women's Title match, and there will apparently be no commercial interruptions.
The whole wait
on Sci-Fi.
On Sci-Fi on when?
Tomorrow, NXT's 2.0.
The whole show.
Sci-Fi. No, just the main event, the NXT Women's Title match.
Okay, well that's a little bit of a selling point. Maybe watch that.
Yeah. This was one of the weirdest pieces of news that I got today. So apparently, the Boogeyman.
Oh yeah.
Has re-signed a brand new contract with WWE.
Oh, really? The Boogeyman.
I like him. He was always fun to watch.
Yeah, he was fun to watch, but I mean, the first thing obviously that I remember about this guy was him lying on Tough Enough. That's like the only thing I can really remember this guy doing. He lied about his age.
Hey, but you know what? Didn't Jeff Hardy do the same thing to get it his first match or whatever?
Right, but the thing is,
the other way though.
But the difference between
The
Jeff
other
and
way.
the Boogeyman is that Jeff actually paid his dues on the road, while Boogeyman was just going to a competition post Attitude Era where everything was televised.
It's a tough business. You do what you got to do to get ahead. It
Well,
is what it is.
here's
He's a valet for fucking Alexa Bliss or what?
What's he like, 50? No, well, here's the thing. Here, the contract. Look, listen. This is the. You know what you call this contract? I saw this earlier and I thought about this.
Legends.
It's a Legends contract, but the reason why because they book him for stuff. So the reason why is because this is the Brooklyn Brawler. This is the Doink the Clown spot.
Right.
You know when Brooklyn Brawler or Doink the Clown would show up at the fair, you'd be like, WWF is at the fair. And you'd go to the fair and it'd be like 4 matches with random people you never heard of. And then the last match would be like Brooklyn Brawler versus Doink the Clown or Brooklyn Brawler versus the local guy or whatever it was. That's what this is. They use him like that. When they have a special event somewhere or something, they'll say featuring Boogeyman and stuff like that. So it's just a nice little thing where like they can book a name that people can remember still for certain events and stuff. And, they don't do that as much anymore because they don't run as many live events like they used to. But that's all it is. Little Legends contract. Good for him. What is he, 50? He's like 50.
He's got to be in his 50s.
It's like what Jerry Lawler has to still be able to go out there and wrestle.
Not bad, man. Here's 30 grand for a year for just whatever.
Can you imagine? If you just got 30 grand, I'd be like, dude, can I not have more?
I
gotta live off.
I think
this,
that's
man.
it. I think that's what he's getting. I don't know what the numbers are. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. I bet he got 30 grand, like for up to 10 appearances for the year, and some merchandise, little merchandise spiff. Not really, probably not a lot, but that's about it. Here's a little. I guarantee it's probably something like that, like 30 grand.
So here's a little piece of news that just came in that I saw. So apparently, Hot Toys has released an amazing high-end action figure of Sasha Banks as Casca Reeves from The Mandalorian. So I've looked at this. I mean, it's decent looking, I guess. I'm not
really. But Hot Toys are like $500, dude. Like dude, like those things aren't cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, again, of course, Comic-Con, sellers are absolutely going to have a field day, especially if something's signed and they're going to sell it for 4 times the amount, and then people are just going to go ape for that.
God damn, man, she is gorgeous. Sorry,
absolutely.
Well, that Chasa,
I'm gonna lose it.
She did it.
Man,
I do have a match that I think would go over well for Goldberg, especially in Saudi Arabia. Like, I need y'all to follow me.
What are they gonna hang him?
Goldberg? No, well, close, but no. Goldberg comes out. He challenges. The opponent does not matter. And actually, this match might work better in Israel now that I think about it.
Oh, my God. What is
Goldberg? We put Goldberg in an Inferno match in, like, Israel, like in Jerusalem. Like, I think that would sell really, or even Germany. Yeah. This could work too. So we could do we could
Germany,
take this thing all over the world. Like we could sell a lot of tickets. You know what I'm saying?
You know those guys that you know the guys that put the slick all over themselves and they can literally light themselves on fire and not be hurt because they put the slick all over them.
We do that with Goldberg.
Wouldn't it be great if Goldberg gets thrown through the fire out of the ring? And when he hits the outside, he rolls under the ring, and then a stunt double guy rolls right out from underneath the ring after they light him on fire under the ring. And so it's and he goes, and then he runs to the back and gets put out and then rolls on the floor to the back.
But Joe, that's not a wrestling match. That's a protest.
Man,
not
can you
agree with
imagine
the
the
terms
pop?
of this here match?
Can you imagine the pop in Saudi Arabia if the bald Jew gets lit on fire? Like
it would be awesome.
That would be the torch thumb, if you will.
Oh my God! And there'd be some people watching at home like, oh my God, not again, not again. But no.
WWE guest
Like I
chamber.
said, WWE's looking for bookers. I am available. I'll work cheap.
Chamber.
You know.
Elimination gas chamber.
Elimination gas chamber. Oh my god.
That is so wrong.
I might have some controversial ideas, but I can get guys open.
I think Whoopi Goldberg
That is so
would
wrong.
Whoopi Goldberg would book this show. So this would be great.
There you go.
Just
That's what I'm
another
saying.
problem with white people, you know. That's all.
Well, what if she did the commentary?
Oh no! Well, God, I don't want to. I don't think she'd be. See, I like her smooth voice, like on a radio, maybe being like, "Of course, because I blah blah." She has a nice voice, but commentating, I feel like she'd be loud and it'd be scratchy. You know, because when she starts bitching on The View, she's enraging. But like as Guinan on Star Trek, she could put you to sleep with her beautiful voice. But on The View, she sounds like raping dying cats. So.
What if she like portrayed like the black chick from Police Academy? What if she did something like that? Where it was like very high pitched, and then finally like somebody pissed her off, and he's like, "Shut up, Jerbeck," or whatever.
She's got too much of a deep voice to ever do that, unless somebody else voiced it, because her voice is wicked deep compared to that chick.
Very alto based.
She's got a very low voice, Whoopi Goldberg.
So I just got this. I mean, again, this
another
news is
one. They're just all it's all just coming out, baby. Mustafa's got it.
Well, again, this is well, this is actually true news. I'm not speculating, but this is already news. This is already news that's been out since the afternoon. But
yeah,
apparently, so Bryan Danielson is one of the other inductees going to be inducted into the ROH Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, I thought
yeah.
Oh, I think it's well deserved, and not just for the fact of his wrestling ability, but the fact that he went above and beyond the idea of what people perceived of him as. I mean, when I saw him on NXT for the first time, I don't know why, but he just screamed World Heavyweight Champion. I didn't think he was going to be the WWE champion as fast as I thought he did, but by the time that he won almost every major championship, I said this guy is going to be around for a while. But then when he got injured and we thought it was the end. As a matter of fact, that was probably one of the first shows that I actually saw Joe on, was just the announcement of Daniel Bryan no longer wrestling. I saw him on NXT for the.
Yeah, I think that I don't give much of a. I mean, the Ring of Honor is just so dead to me at this point. But
yeah,
I'm glad he's. I want those last couple of guys to go into the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, I suppose, to wrap it up, but. It feels like after this, this company might not even be around at some point, unless
they got the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm in the Hall of Fame
What
of
is
the
Hall
dead
of Fame
company.
if they're not even running shows? Like, what's the point?
1 month or 2 months till they relaunch. So that's probably why they're doing this.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, Ring of Honor is really trying to stay in the spotlight because again, what they're doing on Impact, they're still trying to get their champions over. They're trying to get some of their other talent over in other places, and they're just trying to hold on for dear life. And again, they've gone through this before, and I'm pretty sure they'll come back with a different perspective. But again, it's not going to be the same as once before because they're going to have to. Really...
I don't think they've ever gotten rid of their entire roster before.
No, but back years ago when it looked like it was about to be in jeopardy, where Ring of Honor was about to leave and not come back, kind of like MLW in a way. But hey, man, you got to do what you got to do in order to protect your baby.
Well, they sold it. I know that they sold it before, and then Sinclair bought it, and Sinclair just needs to pump some fucking money in that shit.
Sinclair, honestly, I hate with a passion.
Yeah, we know what they are.
No, what if that's the announcement on Wednesday if Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor? Five's the damn.
Oh man.
Damn. And then there's more than one wrestler debuting. That'd be great.
And then
I mean, if Tony Khan is harping this big about it, yeah, more than likely it's probably Keith Lee or a Killer Cross or somebody.
Oh God, I hope it's not Killer Cross. Please be like. Oh my God.
I hope it's not Killer Cross.
Whoa.
It's gritty.
Wait, Discord. I'm gonna log in and log out of my Discord. It froze. My Discord froze. I'm gonna restart it. We'll eat our own shitty in Philly. That's why our mascot looks like a.
Just got NHL 22 for the Series 10 but got the cheapo XP1 version for $15. I haven't looked. Any info on Rask? I know things are tough but you'll get through it.
Yo, thank you, Breakup Google Now. I don't know if we will, to be honest, but I might. But it's gonna be really rough. We'll see. Breakup Google Now, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, wait, you got the old version on the new Xbox? That's weird. That don't make sense. Does that even work? I don't think that even works, does it? Wait a minute. Got NHL 22 for the Series X, but got the cheapo Xbox One version for $15. I think Rask is out another week. So Rask should be back in about a week or a week and a half. But man, I don't understand that. You got the cheapo version? I don't think that... Does that work? All I can tell you is the Xbox, the new Xbox version looks much better on the new Xbox. The old version looked like shit. I played the old version on my old Xbox, and it was terrible. So I don't know. I didn't know you could do that, though. I'm just getting my Discord booted back up again. Now, Google, thank you, man. Break up Google Now. Thank you, BG. Yeah, I don't know how things are going to go, man. I'm a little concerned, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be 38 years old in June, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. You know? It's fucking crazy. Starting over now would be some kind of thing. So I kind of am starting over in a way because I've got to... I don't know, man. I'm going to pretend I'm not even going to think about it. Oh, shit.
Please stop punching my car. That's all I got. Stop punching my car. Stop punching my car. Oh my God. Stop punching my lawn. Oh my God.
Hey, look, I'm Dewdrop.
Stop punching my car. Oh my God.
It's Shell.
Hey Joe and chat. Enjoying listening to the stream. I didn't watch Raw but I'm sure it sucked.
Yeah, it did suck, Shell. Thank you, man. Shell coming in with $21, baby. 21. Enjoying the stream. I'd give it, yeah, I had a good time. Now we're here with all the boys, so.
Dan was genuinely so high, he came in here saying, I couldn't find Raw tonight.
Who could? Oh, Dan said that? I couldn't find Raw.
Oh, they couldn't find Raw because of the Olympics. Yeah,
Fucking
dude, they've
idiot.
been advertising it for weeks. Go to Sci-Fi.
Jesus.
Now, what's more unwatchable, the Olympics or Raw? Like, gun to
Thank
your
you, Shell.
head, you have to watch one. What are you watching? Because
The
I don't want
Olympics.
to watch either.
How
The
was he?
Olympics.
I've watched some of the Olympics already. I turned on the women the other day by accident. It just came on, the women's hockey. And I watched the American women beat the shit out of Russian Olympic team or whatever they have to be
Heck
called.
yeah, man.
I enjoyed that game. Yeah, I forgot why they were called Russian. So like they kept saying Russian Olympic team, and I was like, why are they calling it that? Why are they not just saying Russia? What the hell's going on? And then I just kind of forgot about it, and I couldn't remember why. I forgot all about the Russians cheating or whatever it was. So I was up on the table, and then my daughter told me about it. She was like, oh, yeah, and Russia can't be in it because they cheated. I'm like, wait a minute, but they are in it. They're called, oh, I get it. They're Russia Olympic Committee because they had to, like, I don't know, like they get to be in it, but they're not in it. It's fucking weird.
Called cheating? I don't even remember this.
Yeah, the steroid stuff or whatever I think it was.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was a big
shit.
scandal.
Yeah, so the Russian team... So basically, Russia isn't allowed to put their own team together and whatever. They have to... People from... competitors from Russia, I believe, have to apply to the World Olympics, and the Olympic team picks the competitors, and then they're tested and stuff like that and whatever. So it's like they're still allowed to compete, which is good because some of these people spent their lives, you know what I mean, like preparing for this. So it sucks for them. So I guess I don't understand the difference, but I suppose the difference is that the committee of the Olympics are agreeing on these people and testing them in a different way, I guess. And they're not allowed to be Russia, but they're Russia Olympic team. So what the fuck is the difference? So I don't really Like, I guess I don't get it 100%.
Political red tape and BS, I get it, but at the same time, though, again, if you're not of the original team and it's a fresh team and they go through the process based upon, whatever the Olympic Committee says that they have to go through, just let them play and let them be official. You know what I mean? It goes for any team for that matter.
Yeah.
This is the last thing I was just going to say as far as this again. Somebody just sent me this as we kind of got disconnected, but Tamatanga from NJPW, who, by the way, if you don't follow him on Twitter, he is freaking hilarious. He goes, "Hey, Tony Khan, want to burn bridges? I love burning bridges. F the forbidden door, hashtag." Tamatanga, I like I said this before, and I'll say this again, Joe. I want to see Gorillas of Destiny more so in the States. I love NJPW, but I prefer them in the States. They're so entertaining, and their matches are just flawless. I don't really ever see a bad match whenever I watch them.
I guess why do you like them more in America than New Japan? Because you get to see more of them, or because they're not as hidden?
I get to see more of them because more or less, like, I have to find, like, again, whether it be NJPW World or something like, I prefer watching them. And again, I'm old school, Joe. I prefer watching them on my television more so, and even pay-per-view for that matter.
Yeah.
Than the premium live or all these live streams. It's just so distracting. I prefer them on a television station.
Yeah, that's exactly
a national
why.
Network.
That's honestly a big reason why I don't watch New Japan as much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, again, they have the little, thing on Access TV after Impact, but they're just taped or matches that already happened like years before, and I don't want to see that. I want to see, current, television programming that's coming out of Japan. If they were to do that, then you'd have my intrigue a little bit more. You had a good television.
Blizz Kid is dead on. The term forbidden door is cringe. I agree. Whenever I hear it, I want to stab my eyeballs out.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
The forbidden door. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking much.
Bro, dude, I've said this. I watched Shane McMahon walk out. I watched Shane McMahon walk out on WCW live. You know what I mean? Like, there's no
Which didn't lead to anything, really.
I know, but I'll just never be. I'm sorry. I saw a guy get thrown off the Hell in a Cell. Stone Cold, I've seen just, Hulk Hogan went to WCW. Like, there's no forbidden door in wrestling ever. There isn't one.
I understand it. I understand why people use the term, because if somebody from another promotion goes to another promotion, but yet they're still signed with their main promotion, then that would be considered forbidden door territory. Right. But now it's being used and abused.
WWE's the only one that closed their doors.
Well, it's like when ECW showed up in WWF.
Work with everybody.
Well, right now WWE is with Impact, but to only a small degree. With the whole thing with the Mickey James situation, that was about it.
Oh my God.
I think that was just a one and done.
It might just be a one and done.
Forbidden Harry Box. What the fuck?
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs for life. Forbidden Harry Box.
See, here's the thing for the stupid forbidden door thing. Back in the day, like you said, Hulk Hogan went to WCW. He went from one major company to another.
They weren't even a major company.
You have
what?
somebody from WCW wasn't a major company. Are you kidding?
No, not at the time. Because remember when he went to Turner.
Oh crap, dude.
No, but the thing is, they weren't pulling in the ratings that even WWE, even at that time as they were dwindling. WCW wasn't. This is before NWO. This is before NWO.
They were the biggest company. They were the biggest company besides WWF.
Okay,
they were a big company. They were a big
company.
company.
Look at it this way: you have somebody coming from Impact Wrestling, where if you watch one of their shows, it looks like it's shot inside of a closet. It's so small with 15 people.
All right.
Who gives a shit?
Let me give you
a big show.
Let me give you a point of view on that. Right before Hogan got there, WWF. But now you're talking about before Raw and before Monday Night Raw and before Nitro, right? So
before the wars, yeah.
Yeah. So WWE was doing about a 3 in the ratings, and WCW was doing about a 2.2 in the ratings. So they're the biggest companies. Pretty big company.
Well, I did consider, as far as like part in terms of value, and I'm only going more so towards value based upon more accomplishments than anything now. Because remember, NWA turned into WCW eventually, but they were still working out in the studios, especially down in Orlando. So, like again, which by the way,
went over.
Yeah, but then when Yeah, but then when Hogan went over, it changed everything in terms of revenue and also bigger arenas.
That is true.
And Macho Man came over and all that other stuff. And this is like 2
But
years
I think
before.
what did you say though? Like it was something about the way you worded it that I didn't agree with, which was I wanted to. That's what I was going back on. I didn't agree with. They were a big company. I mean, Hogan shifted the whole thing. I agree with you. And when they brought in Scott and Kevin, no doubt about it, all that stuff shifted WCW. They went from, WCW was running after WWF, and they were almost catching, they were a little bit of ways behind them.
Well,
and
even before Hogan,
but they were
you
big.
still had Ric Flair, you had Dusty Rhodes, you had Sting.
Yeah.
You had all of those guys that were holding it down in the South. That's the wrestling. I mean, I consider myself a WCW guy because
Understandably
that's what I
so.
watched more than
Yeah, we get why your butt hurt,
So-
Tex, because your company sucked. I get it, but but I get it. But and I was a WWF guy. I didn't like WCW. When I found out that Hogan went there, I didn't even know there was a there. And then I found out, there's this thing called WCW. I had no idea, and I started watching because I liked Hogan. So I'm one of the people.
Big boys play.
Yeah, I'm one of the people that watched them a little bit because of Hogan. But I always considered WWE legitimate. I always consider like WCW to be not legitimate.
Right. Well, remember, WWE had more pull like in Europe. They
As
had
a
more
kid.
pull in Japan, even though that they pulled out of Japan, especially after,
Yeah.
the Hogan thing where, like, he went
Well-
over to Japan and practically bashed the company out of a storyline purpose and then lied about it.
Right.
Like if you remember that promo that he did in Japan where he talked, crap about the WWE title and then denied it, but then all of a sudden Meltzer comes out, it's like, no, you lied. I have the tape, and then showed it. So,
Yeah.
it's just the idea that, and again, I miss the fact that WWE didn't work with New Japan more, especially in the 90s, because the amount of talent that they could have brought in to Japan just to like really get another Japanese guy over would have been great. But that's when WCW came in and became that buffer, and that was great.
Don't you think that WWE worked with New Japan in the early 90s and 80s more of like not as a like, hey, come in and work with us, more of a like, hey, we're going to send our guys out there for like whatever the fuck reason. They really didn't bring them to America and to their promotion.
Right.
It was
not much, or if they did, maybe like one or two guys over like the course of maybe like 4 or 5 years, and even then they didn't really stick until Taka Michinoku came in and became like a star, and so it didn't really go that far. I mean, but Tensei Sasaki, who was in WCW, like who teamed up with Warrior Hawk, then became a superstar based on that rub. But that's pretty much about it in terms of the Japanese guys. Other than maybe like, let's say Ultimo Dragon or something like that came in and, pretty much, tore it up.
How big?
But yeah, no.
Take a guess. Ultimo Dragon's pecker. No, I'm just kidding. But like, like when they send people out.
He slipped on it at WrestleMania 20.
Did he?
He slipped on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. I mean, I heard it was big. I'm just saying.
You could play double dutch with it.
It should have been called Ultimo Snake Dragon. Big brown snake. That bitch on the Chappelle
Ultimo
show.
Penis.
Big giant stick turn into big brown snake.
They can compete with the Empire State Building.
What does she say? No, she says big stick turn into big snake turn into big brown stick or something. I don't know what the fuck she says. Anyway, I fucking love that skit. I don't care.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Oh no, here we go.
Incorrect.
Oh shit.
Garguts is a B-Tech B+ player Filipino.
Oh.
My ancestors sodomized Garguts' ancestors when the world was one in
my
Pangea. Is split apart. Garguts didn't only illegally cross the border, he illegally crossed the Indian and Atlantic.
Oh. Wow. All right, Colonel Santos.
The fact that he brought up Pangea, I swear. He had to go to Pangea.
Back when the world was Pangea.
I don't even think anybody was alive during the Pangea.
No, yeah, we don't know. It's pretty funny. I mean, that's some hit. Like you're going like, hey, you ever watch one of those videos where they do show the progression and migration of humans throughout the globe?
Yes.
That's really interesting. Like on YouTube, it's like 15 minutes, and it's like, I don't know. That's pretty awesome.
Or like World's Deadliest Warriors. If you put like one warrior from one generation against another, and like how would that work in a fight?
Oh, I never did that.
It's usually some like British guy, right, talking about it.
Yeah, the Norse.
Yeah,
the Norse and the fucking not the Norse. The fucking Vikings and the goddamn British are winning. That's what I know. Except for in Asia, the Mongolian stuff, like they were fucking crazy. Those fucking
sad days for the humanity. They have to travel again.
Oh my god, bro! Sad days for the whale as it was hunted. Sad day for Leonard Nimoy's cock.
Very sad day.
I was having a conversation with how messed up that was. That, like, because we're talking about Star Trek V and how Leonard Nimoy Bill Shatner put in his contract that if Leonard Nimoy directs a movie for Star Trek, he gets to direct a movie. So so if they filmed another movie, then Will Shatner would have had to been offered to film a Star Trek movie, not because they had an idea, but because he just deserved to have. Like, there would be a whole movie created just because Leonard Nimoy directed a movie. So Leonard didn't direct Star Trek 6, so Will Shatner wouldn't be owed a Star Trek 7. What kind of fucked up contract is that? And weird.
It's a contract, nonetheless.
I mean, I love William Shatner, but what a cunt. Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh, if he fucking directs a movie, I gotta direct another one. Yeah, after Star Trek 5.
No.
What would a Bill Shatner's Star Trek 7 look like? It would have been them in a hot tub for the whole movie. A fucking weirdo fucking director.
No. He would be in a hot tub singing every song very slowly, like he normally would.
Yeah, we're gonna sing. Imagine Leonard Nimoy was like, "I've got an idea to wrap up the trilogy of the movies where an alien spacecraft comes to Earth looking for whales because they've communicated in the past, and the whales aren't there because they've gone extinct. And we can say something about our environment and everything." And when the whales aren't there, they're destroying the planet looking for the answer of the whales. And the only way to get them to stop destroying the planet is to go back in time and get whales. And like, so they can communicate with the alien. And we'd go back in time to our current time now in San Francisco. And how would the crew act? It'd be amazing. And they're like, wow, what a great movie. And then Will Shatner was like, hey, you owe me a movie now because he directed that and whatever. So then Will Shatner's like, I have a great idea. Spock actually has a half brother we've never heard about. And we're going to start the show by singing Kumbaya at a campfire and singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And then at the end of the movie, Spock's half-brother believes he knows the real God and Jesus. And we're going to go meet them on the other side of the universe. But when we get there, it's really an angry alien. And then the movie's over, and then we go camping.
No, well, you find out that the movie has been one fucking whole Priceline commercial.
Yeah, that's kind of what that would have been better. That might have been better than Star Trek 5.
I would pay front row tickets just to see that as a Priceline commercial, even if it was just like a whole like segment of
Hotels.com, Priceline, everything he's done. It's all
Dude, I would rather watch The Island of Dr. Moreau, where my mother is fucking murdered in it, than fucking watch that movie over again. Fucking, by the way, Island of Dr. Moreau, saw that in the theater. I wanted to, it was the saddest, sickest thing. Like, I don't know why, but that movie makes me ill. Like, if I could possibly make the most nauseous stomach ache where you feel like your world's ending from your upset, sick stomach, if I could make that into a movie, it would be The Island of Dr. Moreau. That fucking movie,
so long.
I hated that movie. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Sick.
It was about the monsters, right?
Something like that. It was basically, dude, it reminded me of because what's his face was in it? Apocalypse Now. It was like some kind of sick fucking horror island Apocalypse Now. I only saw it once. I saw it in the theater. And
I love the smell of propane in the evening.
Did they say that in the movie?
No.
Oh.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
But I just did that because Texas here, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Propane south, you know.
No, see, I'm one of those
propane doesn't smell. It is added. They add that later.
No, you don't use propane, right? What do you use, Tex?
Moonshine.
No, Tex probably uses fucking coal, and he probably fracks in his backyard and everything terrible for the environment.
Well, I actually do get oil well money, but I don't frack myself. No.
I knew it.
He uses wood, man, and it's in a bunch of little. Yeah, he uses wood, and it's in the shape of a T in front of his yard.
Jesus.
Well, no, I don't like cooking with propane. I don't like the way it makes the meat taste weird.
Yeah.
I know you.
You like free cancer?
I know what you're talking
Here's
about.
your
yeah.
propane.
Super chat party.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shell gold medalist using my tongue as pommel horse.
Oh, Jesus.
Very specific.
Mr. Pico Boulevard. That's weird.
Boy, he's hurting for it, man. I tell you, bro.
Dude.
Big dick energy.
Wait till he gets a shell foot pick. Your life will never be the same.
My God. His dick's just gonna explode off his body.
It's not gonna grow.
His
It's gonna
dick
explode.
His dick is gonna explode off his body. That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna look like a headshot in a George Romero zombie flick. Like somebody, like the whole of the tip is just gone. That's what.
Oh my God!
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Exploding
just the
dick tip.
Right. Yeah.
That's what
That'd
I've
be great.
always wanted. So, like, Elimination Chambers? What is it? Saturday in the afternoon?
No, Friday. Friday at noon, I believe.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Yeah, I
Friday?
believe that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh,
Friday.
Oh my God! Friday.
So I
in
mean,
the
the
afternoon.
most of the Saudi shows have been on a Friday, I believe, and they've started at noon.
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do that and then like go to bed after it and then monetize this after that. And also on top of that, Thursday night, beat the clock. Like I might be waking up like in the middle. Like I don't even know. What if the fucking Thursday night show goes just go straight to the Saudi show?
Just go get some crack. Do all of it. So you can stay.
You know, I think I would be entertaining on crack. If I was on crack, I think I could do a 30-hour stream.
Yeah, if you get Ryback's crack, I think you might survive, but at least you'll get the full brunt of the
You want crack?
of the effect.
I used to taste Pat Buck's crack. Pat Buck's butt crack.
How was it?
Tastes like a fucking coward. Tastes like a coward. That's what it tastes like. Like a no-spine coward.
I can't even do him right now. My voice is fucked up. But look at AJ, man. He's the most legit guy in the fucking roster.
Can I just say that AJ is probably one of my favorite people in the industry that just sells so well.
Yeah. He's my favorite guy in the company. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, like there's never a time where I don't believe what he's doing. He
He's just missing the microphone stuff. He's just missing that. That's all he's missing.
He's decent. I don't put him at the same par with other guys that came before him, like of his stature, that type of thing, where you gotta say something in order to survive, to be legit. But ultimately, he doesn't need a whole lot. He doesn't need to be clever. He just gets the match over by just simply saying, "I want to challenge you." That's it. Done.
Yeah, and that was one of the things when he was coming into the company that I was always mentioning. Like, well, he's not going to blow anything away on the mic, but he's going to be so good in the ring. But man, if he had that though, if he had the, you know what, why don't you do this? He'd be, if he had a Shawn Michaels voice, or that's even Shawn. I mean, wasn't always considered the most greatest promo guy, but if he had that kind of bravado that Shawn has,
when he's a heel, he does.
A little.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I remember when it was him in the club, and they were going up against Cena and Enzo and Cass, and I mean the whole beat up John Cena thing, and a few other little aftercuts here and there. Like he did his thing.
Super chat party.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Oh yeah.
The Epstein Island of Dr. Fauci coming soon. Rated X.
Rated X.
Rated R for retarded.
Oh man, Skittles, thanks for the message. I just got it. Skittles bite-sized candy, baby. The island of Dr. fucking Fauci. Well, that's where they torture dogs, right? Because that's what he does, right? The dogs get their eyeballs.
Is that equivalent to Guantanamo Bay for dogs?
I would think so, yeah. Because Fauci and them have to go to a different country to be able to experiment on animals, because it's not allowed in America. And technically it's not supposed to be even allowed for what they're doing, but because they're not doing it, they're funding something that's then funding it, which is questionable, I guess, right? So that's sort of what they have to do it, but not do it. So, yeah, I would say that's kind of like that equivalent. I mean, dogs getting their fucking eyeballs eaten out so we can figure out if I don't know what. I mean, like, I don't know what the experiment's going to tell us, like, about us, that they're doing it to the dogs for. But, I don't know. You fucking, you know, it's one of those things most people don't want to think about it because it's so fucked up. At first, when I heard the story, I was like, maybe a lot of people where I was like, I don't even, you know, come on, he's not doing that. And then it's like, oh, fuck, he is. It's like, you know, like, wow.
Right.
I mean,
right. So I mean, I'm looking going forward, at least into the chamber, coming out of the chamber, you know, premium live, whatever paper. I still call them pay-per-views.
Yeah, we're always gonna
live.
Yeah,
we still say videotaped. So I mean, like, we're never gonna stop saying that.
Well, and plus also you're paying for the live stream, so you're paying per view that you watch. So there you go.
Yeah,
so
at least you're paying on. Yeah, whatever. It's just easier to say. Fucking lot, whatever. Everything else is confusing.
It's very musical, but at any rate, so coming out of the pay-per-view, I mean, are you seeing Brock coming out with the belt, Joe?
No, I think he's not going to win the belt. I think he already said title versus title because I just don't think they're actually going to do that. I think that it's there to make you think Brock's going to win it, so there's some intrigue there.
Right. So do you think that there's going to be a bit of a dusty finish of somebody coming in, or like Roman coming in, or is it just going to be a clean finish?
I think the Usos are going to attack him and hold him down, and then Roman's going to spear him and Superman punch him, and then, you know, whoever's in the ring with him will get to cover him. Type of
so
thing.
Then here's
What?
No. You can go ahead, Tex. You can say something.
Oh, okay. Well, as I was going to say, they could recreate the Elimination Chamber spot where I believe it was Goldberg versus Triple H, and he was in Evolution at the time, and they handed him the sledgehammer, and they came up underneath the ring or something, right? And something like that. They could do something.
Yeah,
what if Hurt Locker comes back and they try to help him?
Possibly, and I mean, again, if that were to happen, then of course it would be a better finish than the Rumble finish in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at this more so like, okay, well, if Bobby goes over, which most likely if Brock doesn't win, then Bobby most definitely is going over.
But wait a minute. Let me stop everything right here. Why would Roman not want him to win the belt? He would want him to win the belt. I want to take that title too.
Right. And that's what perplexes. That's what perplexes. Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. It just popped in my head now.
Yeah, it perplexes me because it's like, well, then who does Bobby face at Mania?
So it's got to be Bobby's guys that do that. Because why would Roman wouldn't do that? You'd be like, yeah, bro, win the belt so I can win that too.
Or since we've already seen Brock get screwed out of the title once, what if they do the same spot, whether it's the Lashley's guys, Roman's guys, whatever, but Brock overcomes it to win the belt.
Yeah.
And then they still go forward with title for title, seeing as how they did that same swerve on the last page.
Well, and here's the other thing. Months ago I was telling everybody it's gonna be title versus title. And then the news was they want title versus title.
I'm gonna say Brock wins. I'm gonna go ahead and call Brock.
So all the reports and this and everything lead you to believe it is going to be title versus title. So maybe it is going to be title versus title because
I mean, I personally feel like that would be in terms of a legitimate storyline where Roman has in a possibility, which we all kind of know, Roman is going over. Actually, we do all know Roman is going over at Mania in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
But that would also mean that he has two belts, allowing him to go on Raw and SmackDown. But again, no, I hate the brand split. It serves no purpose anymore.
Well, it's just exactly. And we know USA Network is mad. They want Roman on their show. So go ahead, Garguts.
I just realized if Bobby Lashley loses on fucking Black History Month, that's probably why it's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. It doesn't count.
I guess if you want to look at it that way.
I definitely am not. I mean, that's a funny joke. I definitely don't think it has anything to do with it, though.
Yeah, honestly.
You don't think people would riot over here?
No.
All right.
No, I mean, you're going to get people on Twitter that are going to say.
Like, put it this way. If Bobby were to lose the title and people be outrageous, first and foremost, I understand from that side of things, but I also understand where it's like, look, I personally felt that Bobby should have already had the title to begin with. But remember, Roman got COVID and just threw a monkey wrench in a whole lot of things. So again,
okay,
you know, it got thrown in. You know, so that's what happened. And again, we would have had a different storyline going in, where again, Seth was allegedly going to win that match.
Right.
So it would have been a different set of circumstances. And then all of a sudden now Riddle's being thrown in the mix as somebody's being as a top contender from the Office point of view. So, and it's a really weird situation right now where, again, in a way, it's kind of nice to be in a little bit predictable, but no, not predictable, but predictable at the same time. So it's fun in that way. But again, I rather see Brock go over personally from my point of view.
So long story short, what you got?
Brock,
gotcha. I gotta say, yeah, I don't want to see title versus title, but I wouldn't mind seeing.
Right, but as far as Roman going over at WrestleMania, that's the end game. That's the story.
Yeah, everything for Roman, right?
Well, I mean, right now, I mean, again, when he loses, it's gonna mean a lot more because right now, again, he's gonna lose both belts if that were to be the case, probably within the same calendar year. I kind of get the idea that towards the end of the year, I see him dropping the title. I don't
think right now
see him going into 2023 as a champion at all. He might win it back, but I don't see him going into the 2023 as a champion.
I don't see any. So then at the end, it's going to be Roman winning at WrestleMania.
Roman's going to be winning. Why wouldn't he win at WrestleMania? Why? What? If Brock's going to be the main event,
double turn. Paul Heyman.
Flip flopping back and forth with Heyman like this makes the storyline duller than what it already is.
Well, look at it this way. I haven't
seen a double cross in a while.
We know WrestleMania is going to be 2 nights, and one of those nights they're going to give the women the main event, right? So what?
Women are going to get night one.
Night one.
Right. So what better way to cap off night 2 as the last match than title versus title? I think the last time they did this was probably Warrior and Hogan, maybe when it was the Intercontinental title.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, that's not, the last time they did any of this wasn't it the title, and then I guess there was a third man in there, right? Chris Benoit.
Oh no! That was just one title. That was just the World Heavyweight title. But he brings up a great point. He brings up a good point. It was the Intercontinental and the WWE title going up against each other at WrestleMania 6. So that would be interesting in a way because ultimately you have 2 World Heavyweight title belts. Will they be would they be put together? Highly not so, because they did the same thing with Becky a few years ago with both the Raw and the SmackDown titles.
Mm-hmm. Right. And they went over on both.
Yeah, right. So and
they lost.
Yeah, and even so, with Ronda going up with Charlotte, it begs the question. I mean, I personally feel like it's going to be Bianca and Becky again, part 2. But as far as Bianca going over, I mean, I personally want that because I felt that we should have seen at least hold the title for a little while longer.
Well, isn't that's the story? That's the culmination of the story. Becky caught her off guard at WrestleMania, comes in, takes this thing, goes heel.
SummerSlam.
Right. Now it's Becky. Well, was that at SummerSlam?
That was at SummerSlam, and then for WrestleMania, yeah.
So now it's WrestleMania, and now they have a legit one-on-one match in the biggest stage, and Bianca finally, gets to beat her or whatever. I mean, I would think that's the culmination of the story. Now, unfortunately, they should have had Becky. Well, I mean, she kind of cheap shotted her in a way, but they should have had her cheat to win that.
I mean, but looking back at it last week, I mean, the way that Ronda, owned Becky, again, looking back at it, I'm kind of actually glad now that the Becky match between Ronda and her is not going to happen just immediately, and it's going to be built upon that. But I also beg the question, is this going to be a one-on-one match for the Raw Women's title between Becky and Bianca? I don't see it going that way based upon the amount of talent that are being featured in this storyline.
Let me say something else, too. Ronda is so huge and crazy, and beast-like, that it just feels like she would kill Becky. It doesn't even feel believable that Becky would win. So I think they're making the right decision. Even I was wrong. I wanted it the other way too originally, but they're making the right decision because Becky's the shit-eating dick who screwed over Bianca, and now Bianca's going to get her payback match, and they sync up well. Whereas Charlotte is very, Charlotte's a big girl, and she's tough, and they can really have a brutal type of match, those two. So this actually might be the right pairing,
Yeah, and for example, like, again, could we see Ronda and Becky at SummerSlam without the meaning of a title? Of course we could. They would be on different shows, obviously. But, again, at SummerSlams or Survivor Series, you have interpromotional matches anyway. So it in a lot of ways, it would make sense from that point of view. But again, the fact that the brand split is the way that it is and means nothing. I mean, anybody can walk on anybody's show. I mean, Big E, he just got drafted, I believe, in SmackDown.
What if Charlotte wins this time, though? I really want that. Charlotte wins over Ronda Rousey. That would be fucking dope.
That would be interesting because Charlotte, up to this point, has really not had a legitimate win in a long time. So this would definitely be icing on the cake for her in terms of being who she is at the current moment. And
because I hate it when they get the belt off her. It's just going to get back on her in fucking 8 months.
I've said this once, and I've said this 1,000 times. I hate how WWE has booked Charlotte to a degree, but when it counts, though, in ring, and she's up against the right opponent under the right circumstances, on the right show or whatever it is, she comes out looking like $1 million. I just don't like how the fact that she's been booked as this multi-time champion, and she's only been in the company for 6 years or 7 years, whatever it's been.
But
I know.
I'm not a Charlotte guy, but I will say she carries herself differently than any other woman on that.
Absolutely.
She looks and feels like a star.
What if they had
whether she's the champion? Huh?
No, I was gonna say no. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You should continue. My bad. But I was just gonna say you could have a really brutal match that could end up being good.
Absolutely.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a fan of her, but she carries herself like a star. Whether she has that belt or not, she always feels more important than whoever has the title.
I actually do like her,
and she looks like shit. But she feels like a star.
I like her in big matches. But she's irritating to listen to in build-ups.
I prefer her in singles matches more so than multi-women matches.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean for years, it was like almost like 3 or 4 years straight. She was in a match like at maybe let's say WrestleMania or SummerSlam, and it was always a triple threat. And it was exhausting to watch those matches. And again, I don't mind triple threat matches unless if they're done for the right reasons. But the fact that, WrestleMania 35 that they made it into a triple threat match, I hated it. I wanted it to be one-on-one. Did it make the match more or less? It was just a match, and Becky went over and won 2 belts. I mean, or did she win 2 belts because of the finish? Right. So it's just that idea of keeping the story going and keeping it fresh. I'm praying that it stays a singles match between Ronda and Charlotte, which most likely it will. But for the other match with Becky, that remains to be seen. We don't know yet.
I think I'm going to watch a classic match later. Well, go ahead, Tex.
Right here in the comments, TLWG Keith says, I think Sasha Banks is the other one who presents herself like a star, and I agree.
Yes.
When Sasha comes out, it feels like a big deal.
I just thought of that, Tex. I just thought of this.
It's like, okay, in the Rumble, yes, what Sasha was wearing aside, she has the presence of a bigger star, whereas, I'm sorry, but Bianca Belair she's hot for now, but hell, by the end of the year, she could be fired and nobody's going to miss her. She's replaceable.
What I like about okay, I'll tell you a bunch of things real quick. What I like about Bianca Belair, she has a little bit of character with that hair whip thing. I like that.
Yep.
She does have charisma. She does have charisma. Really? She does have charisma. I mean, it reminds me of like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, where everybody's got something. She's got that.
I was just gonna say, Joe. Yeah, she has that video game like character.
Yeah, exactly. But she also has wrestles WWE style. She's athletic. Like everybody knows that part of it. But it's just she's also pretty big. She's not a little flimsy girl in there, but she also sells really well. So like I like Bianca a lot. I like her better than Naomi. Naomi has more of a gymnastics athleticism thing where it's like, you know, okay, she's jumping around in these little athletic moves, but it doesn't feel like wrestling, whereas Bianca still feels like a wrestler.
Naomi would have fit better in the Ruthless Aggression era, where the women like Tori Wilson, Stacey Keebler.
I wouldn't be surprised if they.
Yeah, all those women are like Naomi, but Naomi's still better than them in the ring.
TLWG brings up a great
Surprised
point,
that they wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if they stuck Bianca with the New Day, because that's the same gimmick, pretty much. They bounce around.
TLWG brings up a great point.
They like to dance, have fun.
Because about like Sasha Banks and everything, where like, and I just thought about this, Joe. The fact that Charlotte, you know, was because again they were trying to swerve the crowd, thinking that Ronda was not going to challenge Charlotte. I mean, for the casual fans, basically think that they're not going to challenge, but we all knew. But what if somehow, some way, Sasha Banks is inserted and this becomes a triple threat match between Ronda, Sasha, and Charlotte at WrestleMania?
I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
I want a one-on-one.
But again, what is Sasha doing right now?
Nothing.
Nothing right now. So, I mean, again, they're going to want her in a match.
Her and Kevin Owens can do a.
Oh no! Watch them be like the host of WrestleMania, Sasha Banks. Like, oh no! Oh my God, bro!
I mean, again, we're still in knees deep in the Sonya Deville Naomi match, or the program that they have. I mean,
the who gives a shit match.
I know exactly. Well, that's the thing, though. I'm thinking to myself, well, what about Naomi? Like, she is placed in this position where they want to do more stuff with her, but they don't want to put her in that main event spotlight just yet, especially for Mania.
She's been the champion already, so
one time, and it was again, when she won the title. When she won the title, it was memorable, but then her run was barely memorable.
Gargett just showed his dick to everybody.
Oh shit!
You want to see his? You want to see it? You want to see his?
You want to see it? You want to see it? You want to find out if it's real to me, Brian? It looks real to me. It doesn't look flaccid to me at all. You said my cock disappeared. It didn't disappear. My kid did, but my cock didn't.
You want to see the rooster? You want to see the rooster on the booster?
40-inch cock.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I hopefully, I mean, I'm sure it'll be good. All that matters is that the matches end up executing at WrestleMania. To me, like, because I've seen stuff where like, oh, it's gonna be good, and it's not anyway. I don't know, man. Where are they again? They're in Texas this year. WrestleMania.
They're in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah,
Dallas.
Good
old Dallas.
Okay, it's Arlington. It's Arlington, fucking Texas. I hate this. It's goddamn Dallas.
Oh, sorry about that. No, they do the same thing to us. Like whenever East Rutherford, New
I know
Jersey,
it drives me crazy. It is Arlington, Texas.
It's Arlington.
Sorry about that, Tex.
Home of the Dallas Cowboys.
No, you.
Well, we don't know. I mean,
Yes.
Arlington is basically outside of Dallas. So what?
Yeah, it's north.
Why is it Dallas?
Like 30 fucking minutes. It's like, okay.
That'd be like Worcester,
When they call it
Massachusetts, being like it's in Boston.
Aren't they in Foxborough, not New England? Like, aren't they in not the same place or whatever?
All right. Well, the Patriots are in Foxborough, which is like 38 minutes outside of Boston.
That's exactly okay. It's exactly the same as the Cowboys.
But they're called the
like
New
a good
England
half hour.
But they're called the New England Patriots, so it's not like they, But if they say it's in Boston, you'd be like it would be more like if you said Worcester, like WWE's coming to Worcester, and they were like they'll be in Boston. It's like, well, that's Worcester. What the fuck are you talking about? So I don't think the misconception happens the same way though. That's the difference. I don't think anybody.
Hell, you can just easily say Fort Worth, Texas, because Arlington is right in the middle of the fucking two of them, but they're both just as big as one.
Yeah, that
makes no fucking sense.
That is weird that they say that. You're right. That is very strange.
Yeah.
Well, we're right now, like based upon what we're seeing, what could potentially be WrestleMania's card. And again, Joe, I think you and I can agree on this. I don't think we've seen a consistent WrestleMania card probably within the last 15 years. And I'm talking not just, oh, that was great, and then everything else was crap. Like, literally a consistent great card. And the fact that now it's a 2-night event going forward now.
Yeah, right. It is a 2-night show now. Shit, I don't like that. That's...
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, I'm not trying to bring everybody's expectations
WrestleMania week,
down.
actually.
Yeah.
And not just in WWE terms, but in wrestling terms. Like, all the independent wrestling promotions go down there, whatever WrestleMania is, to get that rub.
Yep.
You have multiple events in the Hall of Fame.
Undertaker. Someone say
the Arlington Undertaker.
The
I'm
Arlington
only
Undertaker.
40 minutes away from Arlington. I go there to Six Flags all the time with my kids. So I think we need to get a donation going here in the chat to get me as the commentator for the Joe Cronin, community.
Yeah,
I'll go shoot a bunch of shit.
We'll get him a booth.
Oh my God, Chex just said he goes shoot a bunch of people.
We're gonna give him a booth.
Yeah, we get.
I'm gonna need, if y'all can get me a press pass where I can. All I ask is to just meet Alexa Bliss. That's all.
He's going to
that's all
Shawshank his way just to meet Alexis Bliss.
Can you imagine Tex?
I'm willing to
shoot everybody.
Well, that's what I heard. We gotta have Tex down at the tailgate basically, and you go around Tex. Oh, I would definitely have you do that, and you'd be like, yeah, the Joe Cronin show. You ever watch the? And you just interview people.
I'll wear like a Joe Cronin shirt. I'll do the whole thing. That'd be great.
I would love it. We always look for that every WrestleMania. We've only had it a couple times in the past, so it'd be good.
Yeah,
to get
I mean, and again, they're copying the formula that NJPW had set, and I get it. You want 2 nights because you want to fit everybody who works their ass off every year on the card. But again, here's the fun fact: not everybody is seen on TV. That needs to make it to the WrestleMania card. That's just fact. If you're not in one of the main storylines, you don't belong on the card. Simple as that. You want to work harder, then work harder to be on the card next year. But that's just the way of the land. They want to get everybody featured on the card.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be crying at the end of WrestleMania this year?
Oh, dude, we're all going to be. Honestly,
we will. Yeah.
It's just going to be like every other WrestleMania. Honestly, God, I have not seen a consistent WrestleMania.
No, they always like end with like the champion, and they're always zoomed in on him, and it's either like they're getting emotional about winning.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I haven't seen a consistent WrestleMania since WrestleMania 21. Like as far as like every match I looked forward to, even some of the ones that weren't as good. You know what I mean? So and again, that's back in 2005. It's 2022, 17 WrestleManias where I felt like the matches weren't as consistent, or actually maybe even WrestleMania 23 because I gave that one a pass.
I like 20. Consistent. I mean, good or like swerve or what?
Well, he means like from the beginning to the end, every match had something good going on, pretty much.
Or you're emotionally invested, basically in everything that was, even if there was something that you might not have been a big fan of. You at least accepted it as something that was, it's part of the show, and you have to have this part of the show because it's for a certain section of the audience that may like it. So, unfortunately, like, up until like starting from WrestleMania 24 in 2008, everything has just been inconsistent as far as the flow of the show.
They're actually going to have the Von Erichs there. They're going to bring them out and crucify them.
Looks like my little lass needs a shave.
Text, here you go, a donation for the real all-American, sir. You will shoot someone too?
There we go.
I want you to shoot that inbred monkey.
Oh, no.
Gorilla Vinegar Ray J. Adams whilst commentating, and I want Rostafa to jump up and down and cheer Tex on. We hate dancing.
Oh, no. Oh. Well, Texas did say... He did say something about shooting people earlier. I don't, and he's from Texas, so.
The fact that I'm not getting any heat from Santos is a miracle.
Well, because the half white in you prevents him from talking bad about you.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I don't know why Filipinos love whites so much. I don't understand that, but whatever. I'll take it.
Colonel Santos, I salute you, sir.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm over with the guy, so I'm not going to shit talk.
Yeah.
I'm not either. I'm not either.
As long as they're not putting their sparkling yellowy eyes on me, I'm okay.
Colonel Santos, my hat's off to you, friends. It is what it is. So.
Jesus Christ.
Have you seen how... Oh, my God.
Oh, this fucking thing.
You know what you should do is take a couple of illegals to WrestleMania while you're out there.
Now,
that'd be a nice thing.
Do you sell any Joe Cronin merchandise that's in white with maybe like a hoodie that I can wear that says Joe Cronin Show across?
I do actually.
It's be cold outside.
I do.
Is it a pointy?
Is
it a pointy hoodie?
Oh God. Bro, I got actually, hold on, let me pin the merch right now. I'll pin the merch right now. Watch this, right?
Let's plug the merch.
I just pinned the merch. Everybody get your merch. I mean, and there's white t-shirts. There's a SmackDown's t-shirt That's white.
There you go.
It's taking a bit to pin. I don't know if it's going to do it. Hopefully it does, but it should be pinning. Smackdowns, yeah, as in like
Joe Cronin show will layeth the smacketh down.
Smackdown. Oh, there it is. It pinning. Look at that. Boom. Yuppie Heaters. Remember the Yuppie Heaters T-shirt? Click on that to go visit.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's kind of how I see this playing out is, I mean, I'm already here. It won't take long for Garguts to get up here. We can do like a JR and Jerry the King Lawler thing, but Joe Cronin style.
Exactly.
So I'm assuming Tex, you're going to play the role of JR.
No, I want to be King, man. King had all the good lines. What are you talking about?
Wow.
I want to say puppies and do all the fun stuff.
So you want to be the Memphis sort of kind of touchy-feely type of guy.
Yeah, I want to talk about puppies and do all the fun stuff. I don't want to. You know, whatever.
See, it's just both of us going to be saying that shit.
Let me get.
You're going to be drunk on commentary.
I think I just changed it. Hopefully, it will change in a second. I just changed it from the Yuppie Heaters shirt, which I don't know why that was showing, to the turkey mask. So take a look now at the chat. It should be the turkey mask. So get your COVID mask thing, and I'm still selling the turkey mask. Sold 50 turkey masks during the pandemic. Pretty good.
Nice.
And I made $5 each or $6 each or something. I don't know.
There are turkeys on the loose. Why do I feel like Joe would probably brand his turkeys with JCS on the
like
peck of the
burn.
ass?
You mean like burn that thing into them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that.
See where you posted it. Where the fuck did you post it?
You see it in the chat?
Yeah, he pinned it in the comment.
Oh, really? I see it in the chat. Really?
I see it in the chat.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It says pinned by Joe Cronin show right there on top. Yeah.
Yeah, I restarted it like 30 times. Fuck it, I'll just do it again.
Is your internet drunk? I know that doesn't make any sense, but is your internet drunk, Garguts?
Yeah, his internet's drunk. I mean, look at his mic though.
He's probably spilled some 411 into the fucking keyboard. That's why I don't work good.
411? Damn, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I know 311.
Or 211.
I know 711.
411.
Whatever that warm piss you call beer, whatever that shit is.
You know, it's just cheap, man. I still don't fucking see. Yeah, fuck it. I thought you were just gonna put it in the chat.
It's in there, baby.
Don't go blind before your time, son.
Oh, there it is.
All right, man. I like it. I like it.
Oh yeah, the hoodie right there. Nice. I haven't seen a hoodie in a minute.
Yeah, I gotta get another one. Mine's worn, not wearing out, but it's like it's been 3 years and I've washed the fuck out of it. I'm wearing my Diablo one right now, the brand new one. Shout out to Leah's brother, my brother-in-law down there in Texas.
Oh yeah. See, there you go. You could go to
when Texas gets beat up at WrestleMania, it'll be Leah's brother that saves him.
Oh man. Oh yeah, he does a dusty finish. He does a run.
Oh, there we go. He can be my heavy. You know, I'm out there pissing people off, and he's like standing there with like a crowbar.
That's right. He's a pretty tough guy. He's quiet though.
Right.
Silent but deadly.
Then he's perfect for my muscle.
Well, he's just big, dude. He's scary. Like if he were to get angry and flip out on somebody, like he would be in my.
I'll buy him a beer.
Would he pull a Haku?
I don't know if you get along with him though. He's you know, married to a guy. You know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
He's married to a guy, and he really likes Biden. So you guys may not get along.
Brother. I'll shake his hand and be nice.
He's a nice guy, though. He's a nice guy, but if he got mad, he would beat the. I think I've never seen him be violent at all because he's so quiet and nice and sweet. But I'll tell you what, man. I'm telling you, man. If he got mad, this guy he could waffle somebody. Like he's big. Like he's a tall guy.
Well, ringside tickets are probably sold out, but we got to get signs up in the crowd.
You're right.
You know, look at his look, how he looked.
Oh my God!
Higher JCS.
No, bro. Listen, see this JCS logo that pops up on my screen? That red JCS. You get that JCS logo in the middle of the sign, and then at the top, look at his, and then the bottom, look at his look. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful.
Right. No, but we also have to get a Tony Schiavone like head. We have to like. You know,
look at his look. How he looks.
We have to get an enlarged head. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great. But you know what? I don't think you're ever going to do better than that WrestleMania 32. Is it 32 where my sign? The guy got the sign?
Probably, yeah.
That dude had a prime position, man. That was crazy. That I mean, dude, I'm not even kidding about this. Not to get sappy, bro. I'm a bitch, but I fucking did cry. I fucking did. I was watching, a fucking tear came. I was like, this is unbelievable that I'm staring at my name for all of WrestleMania. Like after doing the show for four years or something. I was like,
which WrestleMania was this one?
32,
33 or 32. I don't remember.
Now, how big of a subscriber bump did you see from that, though? Did you see a rise in it?
Oh, I did. We did. We actually it's been a while since I've heard it now, but do you remember this? Garguts might remember this. Once in a while, people would call and they'd be like, I heard of your show. I saw the sign at WrestleMania. I was like, what's Joe Cronin show? And they looked it up.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Cool.
I mean, I think I gained about 3,000 subs that night, and throughout the week I gained another 1,000. So, no, dude, that sign, it wasn't a lot, but I would bet that sign got me a couple hundred listeners.
Yeah, you pretty much rose from about like 3 to 5% of subs at that point. So that was pretty good.
To James, if he's ever listening, he's probably not, but James, man, I love you for that, man. That was an amazing thing, bro. That made me feel very good. It was
and the fact
nice.
that Bully Ray was there.
And the fact that what?
And the fact that Bully Ray was in the shot.
Well, I mean, dude, it's in the whole Mania though. It's there all the whole Roman and Triple H match. It's like fucking keep seeing it. It's just every time any highlight of WrestleMania 32, you see it, and that was AJ's first Mania, I think.
This was in Texas. That's one.
Yep.
Yes, this was also in Texas.
Yeah, I remember this.
I was at that one.
Big green JCS sign.
Shit.
Yeah,
I was
at
I came
that
back to Texas because I was like, dude, now I got to go this time.
The best part about that whole show was Triple H's entrance on the motorcycle. Like that was the best part of the whole show.
Right, but you want to know
But
you want to know something, Tex? By the time the bell rung, we were tired. Not just people in the arena, but literally people watching
let's
at home.
be real. Most manias, they're so long now, they suck. None of the matches are like, oh my God, you got to see this. You get one or two good moments, and it's the spectacle of being there. Or watching.
What's up, Joe?
You want to see? I went to the review just to look at the review to see what the WrestleMania review looked like from that year. Look at the donation that comes up. By the way, this video has 370,000 views. Subscribers and more here on the Joe Cronin Show. Okay? Donation time. It's happening already. Dude, I was pumped up. I had fucking 3 cups of coffee this night. I remember this. Look at this fucking...
Oh my God, I love this.
What was that laugh? The fuck was that?
Here is money for your family, Jew.
Thank
I
you.
want need to cause I'm going to kill myself. And your family
He called me Jew, but he said Joe.
could use it to sustain themselves after you kill yourself.
Thank you.
Hashtag cancel network. I hope Vince dies in his sleep.
Thank you for donating 25 bucks.
I remember that. I remember that because everybody wanted to cancel the network, especially after Fastlane, which, by the way, the best review I ever heard you do. Fastlane 2016, my God.
Really? I couldn't even tell you what was happening at that time. I have no idea.
I can tell you exactly what was happening verbatim. It was that triple threat match between Dean Ambrose, I think Roman, and Brock, and he no-sold all those chair shots, speared Roman, and then won.
That's right. Oh my God. How do you remember this? Like, oh my God, bro.
I'm an encyclopedia, baby.
I don't remember shit about new wrestling, anything from the last 10 years. I barely remember it.
Well, no. I remember more so. I remember more so your reviews based on the crap that we saw. That's how I remember it.
Do you remember this? These guys, the World Team or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the UN. The UN.
They whooped fucking Wade Barrett's ass.
Oh yeah, the UN or the national fucking whatever. And there's the sign. There it is again. It's just fucking always there. Courtesy of James. Damn,
Rusev was fat then.
Look at Rusev. Yeah, look at Rusev. Sheamus was just coming off of Ninja Turtles. That's why he had that big punk rock head. He wanted to look like Rocksteady or whatever.
And Del Rio was out of jail.
Del Rio hadn't ruined Paige's life yet.
He was out of jail. Well, this is before the Page thing, so.
Yeah, so I mean, he hadn't ruined her life yet.
Actually,
I tell you what, I saw her on Twitter 2 days ago, and damn, she looked better than ever.
She looked great.
Super chat party.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hayes versus Von Erich Russian roulette match at Mania.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
That'd be great. I'd be down. Whoa, I'd be down to see that, man. I'm sure maybe they'll do something for the free birds or something. I mean, I know they've been there.
They should. I mean, again, Kevin Von Erich, he barely gets out of Hawaii as much these days, but when he does, it means something. So
You think he's coming out?
Michael Hayes.
Yeah, you know what?
He's got to go out.
Yeah,
Wait,
give
you're
him a
telling me that
segment.
you know that the Von Erichs are going to WrestleMania for whatever
No, I
reason?
don't know. I'm just
Oh.
saying, give him a segment. Just give him a segment.
Okay. I was
Michael
It's 2
Hayes
days
has
long.
to
It's
come
a
out with
week
the
long.
Confederate flag.
Did he come out on Raw?
That's how he has to come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and let him put the claw on somebody.
Well, I would have the Von. Basically, what I would do is I'd have the Von Erichs and Freebirds go out there in the middle of the ring, and they could be the ones that they could light the WrestleMania torch or something. I don't know,
I could see them doing something with Arcade Bro because of Matt Riddle and No Shoes and.
Yeah, that's a good.
Wow.
That's a good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, obviously Kevin was not a fan of
You
the
wear
the
shoes,
weed
bruh.
stuff.
See me.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, bruh.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of the weed stuff, but yeah, the feet thing, yeah, I could see that. Maybe even bring out some of his boys out there. Who knows? I mean, they're not
Just to
affiliated
say,
with the company.
There's a little bit of a drug history of this problem with the Von Erichs for the ones who don't know. So they may not want to put that on.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, again, not even just the Von Erichs. I mean, that whole locker room.
Yeah.
That whole locker room.
I mean,
Oh, League of Nations. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, there's the Raw Tarded shirt. Get the Raw Tarded shirt available Teespring. Go ahead. There it is. Pinning it to the.
Oh man, now I'm still stuck on that episode again, Joe, of the Fastlane 2016. I know you probably did the video, but man, that was one of my favorite reviews you ever did.
I'll have to go watch it. Maybe I can cherry pick some
Who
things.
just
from it.
loses his shit.
Do I lose it?
Yeah. Oh, dude, he even told people to tweet Stone Cold on Twitter why in the hell like the no sell and this and that, and I think he got like close to maybe 500 people to go tweet Austin and of like why this was happening.
What the hell? I just looked up Fastlane 2016, and the first thing that comes up, fucking, it isn't my review. It's fucking me doing some show with somebody else.
Something then, but at this point, I
Some
don't
other
want
guy.
to see these two face each other again, and I think Kalisto should win so that he can go on a face, whether it's Rey
Look at
Mysterio,
this.
whether it's Adrian
What the
Neville,
fuck?
somebody
Was this a
like
pre-show?
that at WrestleMania for this title.
How WWE should book Fastlane with guest Joe Cronin. I don't even remember doing this and who this guy is. I gotta be honest.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know who
try
this. What am I
somebody
doing?
different, other than Alberto Del Rio?
Is this real?
However, if they
Was I in a coma during this?
You look intoxicated.
You don't even look like you
if they
have this
have Rey
window
Mysterio
open.
coming in, then I understand that plan. But my plan would be get
He hasn't
the
even
off,
moved.
get
Is that a
Three on the
cardboard
Nations
cutout?
going
Yeah,
with
that
the
guy
United
hasn't
States
moved at
title,
all yet. He's blown
get
away.
Kalisto back in his tag team where he's better off.
Yeah, I think
You're
Alberto
def-
should get
oh,
the belt back.
Jim Beam fucking says it all right behind you.
WWE's doing that cruiserweight.
Well, he does have 100
thing.
subs.
I think
right?
Coming up soon. So I wouldn't be
He is a
surprised if they
cardboard.
invite have some of
Wow.
the, most of the
Looks like
WWE.
Casper.
This is his channel. Oh, there he goes. Now he's not frozen anymore.
Now he's moving.
I think I should have promoted this more for him. It got 1 like.
All those women that couldn't wrestle, and you were like, I never thought.
Man, I should have promoted it more for him, I think. I probably thought he had more subs than me, and I didn't realize he didn't. Anyway, okay, there's the review. I found it. What a good...
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing here. What do I do?
Please send that to me, bro.
Does it have... Oh, it's too bad it doesn't have timestamps in it.
No,
That-
I put timestamps in there.
What? You did?
Yeah, I remember I did that. Yeah.
Is it 2016? Are you sure it's on 17?
Fastlane 2016. If you look up at the comment sections, I put timestamps on there.
What the fuck? I don't see you. I don't even see you on the comments.
Are you serious? I put timestamps on there. Like there was one. My favorite bit on that show was when you copied Enzo. You did you did the whole Enzo deal, and you're like, "Bada bing, smallest dick in the ring. How you doing?"
Yeah, I
Wow.
remember that. That was funny.
What the fuck?
Hilarious.
Man, that's a long time ago. Shit.
Yeah, dude, that was one of my favorite reviews you ever did.
It looks like
Dunn did the layout.
Oh, this is the predictions video. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm retarded. Like, there's something mentally dumb about me. Wow. All right.
You even said predictions. Oh, you're still looking at the old
Wait a
video.
minute.
Not the predictions. It was literally the review of the show.
Why can't I not find the review of it? Did I take it down or something, or is it missing?
I pray to God you didn't take it down.
Let me go
I
look.
need that video.
There's been so many fucking streams that I've looked back and I'm like, oh, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
No, but that's
Yeah.
the thing, though. That review to me, like, if I had a copy of that, oh my God, dude, like that's like my favorite review ever that you did.
That's a great
Period.
point. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's privated.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you probably privated the video.
It's not that I did it for any main reason. It's probably just that it fell into that category of that time where I privated 3 years worth of videos so I could go through and make sure I take out some of the certain copyright things that I had and things. So that's probably what it is. Oh, it has a copyright claim on it. Look at that. What's it?
Send it to me, bro. Anyway, I don't care if it has a copyright. Just send it to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It says you used too many N-words on this one.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, WWE the music. It's not.
Within 3 minutes.
Well, now they don't take you down for this. That's why it's probably safe to come back up again.
Fuck that.
No, yeah, that's true. They don't take you down.
Wow, you sound great tonight, Jake. You're not kidding. You got a computer.
Yeah, I went ahead and tried to get a little bit better production quality. So.
Oh, I see why I took it down. This is the episode where someone was donating the N-word over and over again.
Yeah, that was a hard one to go through. But
Oh, you fucking
I knew
asshole!
it.
You trying to get me taken out now? Like I was about to play it. Like, oh no,
No,
yeah,
no,
forget
no, no,
about
no,
that.
no. You fast forward through all that crap.
Oh
not
my
that
god,
stuff.
dude! Look at this. What the fuck?
Dude, I knew it.
Fast forward through
I
that
knew
crap.
it. It probably said the N-word to me.
You were right. Look at it. It's like fucking. You want...
Yeah, it was Emperor who sent all that crap. And no, go past it. There's a lot of good gems in
Oh
there.
my god, bro! It's like. Oh my god!
Send me this video, Joe. Send it to me.
Jesus Christ.
You stupid.
Do I say the bad word? Like I mean,
No. Emperor said he made a donation and constantly said that, and then you had to like mute the stream for like 2 minutes or something like that. But no,
boy.
dude, resend me this video because I need to have this in my like collection.
Yeah,
of, like,
no,
reviews.
I will go through that and get that going because that's funny. I remember that one. That is a good one.
It's the best review you ever did. Period.
Yeah, with the N words on it 900 times. Great.
Yeah. Not your fault.
I know,
your
but
fault at all.
that's definitely got to be why we took it down. Oh my god! Back then you couldn't edit it. Now you could edit stuff. I think.
No, but at one point you lost it, and you're like, you know what? I don't care. Throw F-bombs, throw B-bombs, and you were just like using every expletive you could think of, and it was just hilarious.
Yeah, which makes me wonder if I used that expletive.
No. You didn't even say the N-word, but like you were close. Actually,
Okay.
no, you did. I think you did.
I probably did. I was probably. You want to say it? There, I said it. Now, stop donating it. You know, it was, I mean,
I think you might have did actually because I think you started reciting.
this got to be
ICP
why I
lyrics.
took it down. Rostava, you fucking weirdo. All right,
How am I a weirdo?
I don't know. I'm just fucking with you. No, we'll get it. I'll go through it and see what's really on it. I don't think I did say it, but I do think I definitely said it, and it's that's why we had to be careful. But
Crazy.
I got to get out of here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I had fun.
Absolutely, man.
Tomorrow night we'll have more fun at some point, and kisses,
Have more
bro.
fun looking at Mandy Rose.
We'll have more fun looking at Mandy Rose's juggernauts. All right. I'm out of here, man. Jesse kisses, bro. I didn't really hear from Jesse much tonight, but he's in here. What's up, Jesse?
Hey, man.
Aww.
Hey, man. You all right?
You're alright.
Whoa. Well.
Damn, I feel bad now.
Oh man, I wish I could
see?
tell you.
That's why I shut the fuck up.
Dude, I gotta tell you something. Maybe I'll tell you this off air, but I talked to Tommy the other day, and I can't say this on the air because I told him I wouldn't tell anybody. But I guess I can't tell you either, really. But maybe I can. But it's just really funny. It's not funny. It's something that's really terrible, but yet hilarious. If it makes any sense. I wish he would tell the story, or he would tell it, because it's really funny, but we can only tell it if he tells it. And oh my God, bro, is it hysterical. Like, it is one of the funniest fucking things, but not funny because it comes from a place of terrible, but it ends up being hilarious. Anyway, I'll tell you what it is on the I'll tell you on the side. It's too funny.
On the DMs.
Down in the DMs. Going down in the DMs. I just got to clarify if I'm okay to do that. I forget. I got to ask Tommy. Tommy, give me a call, please, at some point. Tell this story. I mean, you don't have to go into it, but God damn it, does the world. The world would die if they heard this fucking Tommy story. Oh, my God.
Please, Joe, for the love of God, please re-edit that video and send it. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to revisit that.
It's really good. And I will.
It's too good.
I will get that up for you. I really am going to go through it. All right, boys. Good night. Kisses. Hit me up. If you need to. I might see you in a few minutes, maybe. I'm going to go pee-pee. All right. Up on Patreon now is a whole bunch of donation songs that you guys may want to hear. I have uploaded 7 of them, courtesy of SITH NEGAN. And, of course, the brand new What If the Turkeys Ate Us, the reworking of the song, where I'm singing a little bit higher, I guess is the only difference, really. But if you guys want to listen to that, go to Patreon now and download that and so much more. Thank you so much to the $25 producers that you've seen scrolling downward all night long. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. It's not easy being Kermit the Frog. I've got a log in my private parts. I don't know. Anyway, here's the new Turkeys reworked.
What if the turkeys ate us? What if they belayed us? If the turkeys ate us,
Brian Jardine.
if they had to eat us. What if the turkeys ate us? Instead of they belayed us. What if the turkeys ate us? Instead of mashed potatoes. Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, those turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. And first they'd eat our nuts, and then they might eat our butts. Yeah, the turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? Instead the turkeys ate us. Thanksgiving's getting kind of friggin' crazy, because people's blood might be the gravy. The turkeys might gobble on our giblets. Instead they might gobble on the testicles. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? Instead, those turkeys ate us.
Yeah, what's up? Who's got the biggest balls of them all? It's Garga.
It's the Son of God himself. It's Cody Rhodes. Yeah, he's coming down at the Rumble. Cody Rhodes is at WrestleMania.
Erections in my hall, every thought out of control. Do it all to have a mixed race kid. Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. And Brandy said, when I was younger, she'd eat my asshole up. I gave it all away, I took my dick away. Got my freedom, a pen made a pay to build a gate of pain. Suck my freedom, no, tonight. You took my dreams and not my name. You follow me until the end. Suck my penis.
About to come down the aisle, the immortal Hulk Hogan, the racist Hulk Hogan.
Hello, Garguts, my old friend. I've come to deport you again. Because a vision softly creeping, it left the seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision of an illegal Mexican on my lawn within my country. In restless dreams I walk alone. I see Gargots walk through the storm. Neath the halo of a street lamp, Gargots took the color golden down. When his eyes were stabbed by the knife of a gang member in December, it was the sound of Gargots. He saw his mom. The Mexicans would soon be won. People talking without eating, eating tacos while they were singing. People riding bulls while they swallowed semen trails. Gargots Hill. I'm sorry, Garguts. I don't know why we're picking on you tonight, Garguts. Good night, Garguts, you sexy beast. We love you, Garguts. Buenos noches. Hasta luego. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking with you, Garguts, because I know you're watching, and I know you're breaking stuff in your room right now.
because this former Irish slave is making fun of your heritage. But I love you, Garguts. I seriously do. So break another one for me. God damn it, one of my favorite things in the world. Sushi and Mexican food. Anything from Mexico, it's the most brilliant shit ever. And the best thing about it is it's much cheaper. Sushi's expensive, but you can get a goddamn bunch of good Mexican food for not a lot. Man, I want some good Mexican right now. Fuck. Why would on earth would you leave that country for ours when they have food like that down there? I'll never understand it. I will never understand that part of it. Garguts is tearing up his garage right now. Bring back Seven Dust. Yeah, they had like, those two good songs, Those really good ones. Bring back Seven Dust. I mean, I'd be down for that. I'd be down to bring back Seven Dust. Seven Dust was fire, dude. I would bring back Seven Dust. They were great. Fucking Denial. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, they get that fucking... Fucking Seven Dust, bro. They were fire. I would, aren't they back? Isn't Seven Dust back? I thought they were back. Trying to remember the words. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. I don't really remember Seven Dust 100%, but something like that. They had a couple other songs that were fire, too. They were like, let's fucking go, bro. All right, what am I doing? I'm out of here, guys. We need a long show Friday, Joe, KB. All right, well, I mean, that's up to how big we can bring it. Okay? No, Santana, we cannot end the stream, Santana. It's 2 a.m. Can this damn stream all fucking ready? No, Leonard Santana. Mr. Santana, we cannot end the stream already. What are you saying? I end the stream when I want to. And if you want to go to bed, just go to bed. Why do you need to be here and for me to not go to bed? Come on, man. Why would you want to go to bed? Huh? Why would you do that? You want to keep it going? I keep it going just for you. You want to do the stabbing westward? You want to do it steady? You do the stabby westward?
Would you like to do the stabby westward? You do the stabby westward? The stream will never end now because of you. Now your life is empty and you Santana to face your mom. Santana, it's never gonna end. So you're searching for an angel, someone who can make you whole. But I cannot save you. But I can't even save myself. Santana, save yourself. We're never going to bed, Santana. Save yourself. Buenos noches. Know that you've been damaged. Your soul is suffering such abuse. Fuck you, Santana. But I am not your savior. I am just as fucked as you. I am just as fucked as you, and I cannot save you. But I can't even save myself. Fuck yourself. This is all your fault, Santana. The stream will never end because of you. I don't believe it, Santana. The stream, it never ends. It just continues to go crazy. Please don't take pity on me. Please don't take pity on me. Has been a nightmare, soul attraction to the bone. And if I must be lonely, I think I'd rather be alone. I think I'd rather be alone. You cannot save me, 'cause you can't even save yourself. Then I cannot save you. I mean, what are we doing really? I mean, we're going to end the stream, but somebody has to say, like, when are you going to end the fucking stream? And that just makes me want to not end it. Like, I mean, what are you doing? Santana? Santana? Come on, Santana! Do you want to make this stream last forever? I can make this stream fucking last forever. Get cuddled with a struggle this summer. Get cuddled with a struggle when one man, one pillow, they go up against it live. That's right. I'm gonna suck my own asshole. I don't know why I'm saying that. Do you want to suck my dick tonight? One man and stabbing westward sucks his dick tonight. Joe Cronin comes on a Stabbing Westward album, live on Patreon. Joe Cronin fucks himself live. Live on Patreon. Joe Cronin sucks himself off. Go, Garguts. You want to play a sex game, Garguts? Garguts, I will sing you to sleep. Oh, Jag, no, I didn't sell that big deal, but I had a second appointment, and the second appointment I made enough money to pay for my gas for the week, so that kind of sucks. Does the Mexican come with the sale of the channel, says T22. I don't know, but I can definitely at least give you his contact information if he's okay with it. So that is one thing that you could possibly get. You know, that is a possibility there. It will be funny, though. Imagine if it does sell, how good it would be. Oh, boy. Tell me I got something going on. I got something going on. Who the fuck is listening to this right now?
I only see myself
reflected in your eyes.
So all that I
Believe I am
essentially all
Somebody covering Stabbing.
our lies. And everything I hope to be, whoever thought I was.
God with your belief in me.
Who the hell am I? I don't know if I'm real without you. What is left of me without you? I don't know what's real without you. How can I exist without you?
Oh, interesting little acoustic cover of Stabbing Westward, huh? Huh? Nice little acoustic cover there, huh? Hey, guys, it's me, Billy Backwick, in the morning, and we're listening to the hits with tits. That's right. If it's a woman and she's covering a song, we're listening to her. Hey, me and Benny were out back yesterday finger blasting our own assholes. The pics of his mother. But now we're looking for the songs. I only see myself. Oh, Mr. Pico, you missed it. We did all the Stabbing songs you love so much. We did all the Stabbing Westward songs you love so much. You would have loved it. You would have loved it. Oh, here's wait a minute. Here, this is weird. Here's Stabbing Westward covering Garbage. That's bizarre. Oh, I've heard this before. I fucking love Garbage. Let's do Garbage. Good night.
I'm only happy when it's complicated. I know you can appreciate it. I'm only happy when it rains. You know I love it when the news is bad. Why it feels so good to feel so sad. I'm only happy when it rains.
we're going wrong. I only listen to the sad, sad songs. I only happy when it rains. I only smile in the dark. My only comfort is the night gone black. I didn't accidentally tell.
I think I might have blown up my voice. I can't even get into the right key of that. My fucking voice is fucking dead. Whoa, I think I fucked up my voice. I'm going to bed. Oh? Remember fucking number one crush? Oh?
I would die for you. I would die for you. I've been dying just to touch Garguts' cock. So know that you're mine.
I gotta get my voice back or this is gonna fuck me up. Hold on.
I would cry for you. I would cry for you. I would wash away your pain with all my tears and drown your fear.
What'd you do to my voice, Garguts? I fucked up my voice, bro. This is fucked up. I can't quite hit no. Maybe I do have nodes. I wonder if I do have nodes on my vocal cords because it's like they're not fucking. It's like they're not working right. You know? Let's find out. Let's find out.
Every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every glance
Where's Santana? Is he still happy we're still on the air, Santana? You're never going to fucking bed, Santana. 1, 2, 3, 5 chocolates. 5 count chocolates. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because my voice is fucked. You can hear that like that weird lippy sound that just came out. Yo, my voice is fucked. That's what happens when you're not really a singer. You break your voice because you're not supposed to do it. You greasy ass goon. You guys want the new song? Deportito Santana Practica Deportes. Buenos días. Mucho gusto, señores and señoritas. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that. I don't know what that was. Oh my god.
In her place, 100 candles burning. A salty sweat drips from her breast. Her hips move, and I can feel what they're saying, swaying. They say the beast inside of me is gonna get you, get you, get you.
Black lipstick stains, a glass of red wine. I am your servant, may I light your cigarette? Those lips move, yeah, I can feel what they're saying, praying. They say the beast inside of me is gonna get you, get you, yeah. My bag to serve, your wish is my law. Now close those eyes and let me love you to death. Shall I prove I mean what I'm saying? Begging, I'll say the beast inside of me is gonna get you, get you. Piece of gargots his ass. Oh, let me love you too. Santiago, we continue. We continue the songs for Santiago. Santiago. The Peter Steele trilogy comes to life. Peter still lives in my balls, baby. It's me, Duke Nukem. I want to bring back Typo Negative. Bring back Peter Steele. Kill Britney. I don't think I could do I don't think I could do what's it called? Anesthesia. I love anesthesia, but I couldn't do that probably. I mean, I can't really do these, you know. Oh no.
Like a flash of light life is trapped between two black entities. 'Cause when you trust someone, illusion has begun. No way to prepare, and bending despair.
That's fucking anesthesia. Like, that's fucking weird. That's a piano cover with no, it's not a karaoke, it's a piano cover guessing when those parts come in. That's interesting, man. Well, there you go. That's, I'm not going any further. My voice is going to blow up. What am I doing right now? This is all Santana's fault. Hey, Santana created a concert. It's a live concert with a man who's a drummer. But he's trying to sing, but I'm a drummer. It's okay. All right, I really gotta get out of here because my voice is destroying. Here's my new song. I'm out of here. Here's my new song. I'm out. Peace. Shout out to Alex who worked on this. I'm out. Love you guys so much. Hit that like button. Thank you guys for being crazy as shit. Goodbye. Can you believe that's that guitar, my shitty guitar over there? It's you can see it sound how bad it sounds, but it's good enough. I'm out. I'm really out of time.